That's an island. And that is me. What's the problem? Kaijus. Turns out there is quite a lot of them. What's the objective? Make it so there isn't quite a lot of them. And how would I do that, you may ask? And well, there is a lot of options. To name a few: punch, slap, smash, melt, freeze, whatever that is, vaporize, epilepsy-induced seizure, and my favorite, carpet bombing. Or I could just be friends with them and dance or something. But mostly carpet bombing. Now, there is 50 kaijus that I have to deal with, and I heard there's a big boss out there that I also have to eliminate. I got 100 days to do it. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and if it sounds good to you, it sounds good to me. Let's do this. After waking up on a random beach in the desert, the problem was obvious. Nope, not that one. That one. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Run! Ah! Run! Spawning right next to a giant machine stomping everywhere really does get you up and running, though it also makes progressing in the early game basically impossible. The guy's back there. I gotta gather something. Oh my god! Jesus! Oh my god! That guy's big. Okay, I'm stuck here basically. The guy's up there. Oh, I can stand! Yes! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay, gotta move. I gotta move. Luckily, I was small enough for the murder machine not to notice me, so I was able to sneak past it and started harvesting my first few resources. I made some primitive tools and armor, and that was all I had time for because, well, that thing was back. Nat, run, swim faster, oh, he's coming this way. No, please don't go. No, I don't even know what to do now. Stop coming after me, mate. What? Just choose a side. Let me run. He's shooting. Okay. Goodbye. See ya. He's right behind me. Please don't see me. Please. Okay, he's not coming this way. At least he's not coming this way, Jesus. I ran as far away from it as I could, and I only stopped when I finally couldn't hear its steps. But there is a good thing about having a giant killing everything around. Since it didn't farm everything that died, I could just get some free resources now and then. Free hide. Oh, a raptor. The bad part was, well, there weren't that many creatures for me to kill and get EXP from, so I just farmed a bit more, crafted some spears and finished my armor. Not that it was going to help a lot, but I really didn't want to be running around naked. And then a new problem came up. Yes, the kaiju was far away now, but I still had to deal with the actual ARK creatures. Seeing that the beach was off limits, I decided to venture inland, which also not that good of an idea because raptors, and it's a desert. Yeah, things weren't looking that great. I ended up spending a bunch of time just running around and doing a bit of parkour, farming every dead creature I could find, drinking water whenever the raptors were away, and searching for any leftover easy-to-kill creatures that hadn't been taken by the kaiju or the raptors. And I did end up finding what I thought to be a multicolored lystro, only to find out it was actually two. It's two. Oh. And after spearing them, night finally came, and I was basically stuck. There's a huge kaiju that way, and this way is full of raptors. I don't know what to do, really. My only idea was to go inland again and hope that I could find anything to kill while not being noticed by the kaiju. And I did end up finding a few things to hunt, including an office which gave me a ton of hide. And although I did also find a jerboa, there weren't that many creatures around. A shame really, because apparently the kaiju machine managed to get stuck on some rocks, which meant that I could just go about my life without worrying about it. Which I tried to do, but since I hadn't eaten in a while, I was just forced to take a nap. Waking up on day 2, I realized that I didn't really make that much progress, though I also didn't die, which comes as a surprise to be honest, but with the kaiju now stuck, it was time to get things done. I made my way to the beach, drank some water, and decided to craft a little base of sorts, just so I could store everything and cook some meat so I wouldn't be forced to sleep again. And when morning came, I set out to hunt for some levels. I found another dead creature I could farm, and also my favorite early game dino, though I couldn't really tame this one. Cooked primate, no. I have mutton. You want cooked mutton? Yeah? I kept searching for another moth shop since they tend to spawn in pairs, but with no luck. At least I was more confident exploring since now I was much better equipped, and there wasn't many creatures that could pose a threat to me. Bugs? No! Die to a bug. Yeah, you need to be really weak to die because of a bug. Wait. Oh, Good thing malaria isn't in ARK. But if there's one thing that is in ARK is pointy sticks. And surprisingly enough, bugs do not like pointy sticks.
Aha! Get stabbed, noob.
After a quick little teabag and disposing of the rest of his friends, I got my stuff back and realized that now I had 2 more level ups, which meant that I could finally craft the early game deadliest combo. I farmed a bit to make a bow and some arrows, and it was time to hunt. The best part was that the smaller creatures had finally started to respawn, though even if they hadn't respawned, now I could just hunt down some raptors which give way more XP. If I don't miss the boulders, that is.
Okay, okay.
I got a few rewards for killing the raptor, and then I kept running down the beach, searching for more raptors to kill. And when the raptors stopped showing up, I switched to smaller creatures instead. And I also found another ovis, so a bunch of resources and mutton. Not that I was going to use it to tame anything, but when it all spoiled in my inventory, I would have a bunch of spoiled meat. And with that, I finally reached level 16, which meant that I could finally make a raft. So I ran all the way back to my stuff, picked everything up, which not that easy when you have a big creature just shaking your screen.
Could you please just stop? Thank you. Oh my god,
Crafted the raft, and it was finally time to leave the desert and try my luck on the main island.
I think he's still stuck. I think. No, he managed to get out. Okay, goodbye. I won't miss you. See ya.
On day 3, I was still sailing the seas when I stumbled upon a few islands. They seemed peaceful enough, and being the Portuguese I am, I made it ashore and laid my claim.
Good news, everyone. You are now my property.
I kept killing dodos and harvesting resources through the night, and stopping on these islands ended up being a great idea because after further investigation I realized that they also had metal. I farmed it, used a bowl and my bow to kill a pteranodon, which brought me to level 20, allowing me to unlock the forge, smithy and metal tools. And after cracking some rocks and cutting down some trees, I slapped the forge on my raft to smelt the metal, and once I had some ingots, I made a smithy, crafted a metal pickaxe, and threw my stone pick in the ocean because I finally had my first metal tool. With it, I was able to farm way more metal this time, and after shoving it all in my forge, my next objective was to get some crystal to make a spyglass, because it is way better to know what's going to kill you before it does. Luckily, I knew exactly where to find crystal, though the main island was still a bit scary.
What is that? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's a skull crawler. Ah. Okay, this is dangerous.
I didn't really know how far away the skullcrawler was, so I decided to risk it and go into a cave nearby to get crystal. I went back to my raft, and with the resources I had stored, I was able to make some soul traps and an awesome spyglass.
Aha! Yeah! I can see far away now. What is that? I can't see that far.
Seeing that there was no sign of the skullcrawler, I decided to stick around for a while. I crafted a metal hatchet and a mortar to make narcotics because I was planning on taming my first creature, though I was quickly reminded that I still wasn't ready for the main island.
Oh no, 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 run, 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 he's coming. No, he's throwing up. What? What the guy's, he's licking the rocks now. This guy's crazy, I gotta get away. Goodbye, back to my islands.
Not wanting to get licked or just have my face caved in, I went back to my island since they were more up to my speed. With the narcotics I now had, I made some trank arrows and went on to search for something to tame. I ended up finding a level 102 parasaur, which would be perfect to help me gather more berries. And a bowl and a few trank arrows later, the parasaur was knocked out. Then I spent the night of day 4 just cutting down some trees and hitting some rocks while I waited. I also upgraded my armor while I was at it, and when enough time had passed, I went to check on my parasaur. It was tamed. I was happy, and I let my guard down. And that's exactly when they attack you, and the pego grabbed my meat. Wait.
I hate pegos so much.
Luckily, my parasaur helped hunt down the pego by just screaming at it, because that's all these guys do, and it was time to mount my new creature. Thing is, I couldn't really make a saddle for it just yet, so I farmed a bit of wood, killed a few dodos for hide, and I also found the immortal dodo that doesn't die even if you shoot him in the face. And eventually I killed it, and went on to hunt down a dillo, where I was reminded that pegos do not believe in consent, and another one grabbed my meat.
I was looking at you. I knew you would do that. Give me back my meat, mate. No. Stop, criminal scum. Stop grabbing my meat. That doesn't sound right. And of course he's a 114. This guy doesn't die. I'm hungry. Give me back my meat. Okay, I killed him. I don't know where. I can't see. I can't see anything. Oh, there he is. Yeah. My meat, please. Thank you. Yeah, get good, noob.
With my stuff back, I farmed the Dilowite Guild, and I was finally able to make the Parasaur saddle, and now getting narco berries was much easier. Still, not the best way to farm berries, but it was much better than doing it by hand. I went back to my raft to craft more narcotics, but I was a bit short on spoiled meat. So I crafted the Crafty Spoiler, a pretty handy structure where you put all the meat you want in there, press this button, and bam! Spoiled meat for days. I kept farming more narco berries and crafting more narcotics, since it was also a decent way of getting XP. And with the levels I got, I was able to unlock the crossbow, which is much better than a regular bow, making it a lot easier to kill dodos and whatnot. So I went on a bit of a killing spree around my island, from dodos to dilos, lystros and parasaurs. Thing is, running everywhere was not the best way of going about things. Yes, I was getting the XP I wanted, but it just took too much time to get anywhere. So I set my sights on the sky in search for a flyer that I could tame.
Ooh, that would be cool. 162. A bit of a shame, really, because he's swimming on the ocean and not on my island. Yeah, but that would be cool.
Although I couldn't tame the Pteranodon and I didn't even have the level to make it saddle, there was another sort of flyer I could tame, a Maywing, and I was really close to where they spawn. So I cryopotted my Parasaur and made my way to the main island once again. And although I was going to steer clear from where I'd seen the Skullcrawler, well, let's just say the Skullcrawler wasn't the bigger problem.
That is a Shin Godzilla. Oh my god. Is that your pee-pee? Why am I asking these kind of questions to a thing that could kill me just by looking at me? I don't know. Go away. Sorry, mate. Oh, there's an... Wait, I know this one. I actually know this one. When I was a kid, I remember seeing a Godzilla movie about a Godzilla that laid eggs on a mall. And I'm not even making that up. I remember that.
Eventually, I found what seemed to be a peaceful area, made it ashore, and started preparing. I crafted some water skins, some arrows, and killed a few creatures just so I could get to level 30 and unlock the sickle, because I'm always missing fiber. I don't know why, it's just how it goes.
Oh, Jesus. Stop grabbing my meat, you meat grabbers. I hate Pagos. Pagos annoy me. Why are you at 156? Jesus Christ. Where's my meat? Give it to me. That's my meat.
After I'd farmed enough resources to make a Maywing saddle, it was time for me to go on an adventure, and I ran straight inland in search for one to tame.
There's a lot of horses. I could tame one if I had carrots. I don't even know... That's a Karcha. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, that's a 108 Karcha. So, yeah, the other way it is then. Which reminds me, I didn't even make a sleeping bag. I completely forgot. I finally climbed all the way up here. That took a while. My god. And I don't see a single Maywing. That's a unicorn. What? I can't find Maywings, but I found a unicorn. My luck works in mysterious ways.
It really did take quite some time for me to find a Maywing, but after seeing horses for the 5th time, I finally found some.
Oh, there's a Maywing. And there's another one. Maywing! Always! There's always for mutton. I can have mutton now. Nice. There's a bunch, and there's also Sarcos. That would be a bit unnecessary, to be honest, game.
Once I had my target, it was time to craft some billboards, right after I dealt with the bugs. And would you look at that? I was missing fiber.
And that's why I made a sickle.
After I had enough resources, I crafted a bunch of billboards, and it was time to trap the Maywing. But I'm really not that great at keeping track of what I need to do what I want to do.
I forgot to bring trank arrows. How did I forget to bring trank arrows?
Yep, I forgot the thing that knocks out the creature I want to tame. So I had to run all the way back to my raft, which was actually a good thing, because after I got scared by poop falling off the sky...
Oh, I saw something. Oh, it was you.
I ended up finding Maywings way closer than the ones near the lake.
There's actually more Maywings back here. Is there any high-level Maywing around? There's a bunch of them. 66, 118... Oh, 114.
Now I had a new target, though I was still missing the trank arrow, so I was back to running. I got to my raft, grabbed the narcotics I'd made, ran all the way back to the Maywings, and after realizing that the 114 I'd seen had disappeared, I decided to settle for a level 66, and it was time to trap it, which I clearly remember being way easier than this.
This used to work better. Stop, no. I can't even place it. Please stop resisting. Just accept it. I hate this. I absolutely despise this. Wait. Yes. Yes, it's stuck.
Eventually, I did trap it, easily knocked him out, gave it some hunger pills so things would go faster, and in no time, my new Maywing was tamed. And since I was just about to pass out because I hadn't drank it a bit, I quickly flew to the beach so I could drink. Thing is, I wasn't done yet. Yes, I had the Maywing now, but I wanted another one, a higher level one. Searching for it was much easier now, and in no time, I found this max level one. Had to fight some Hyaenodons for it, but once the coast was clear, it was time to trap it, which I obviously did first try.
I still hate this. Please don't move. Wait. Aha! I did it! Let's go!
Once it was trapped, the hard part was done. I knocked him out, and I was about to try and go find a novice when this dude showed up.
Oh! Oh, hi! Who's that guy? Run! Who's that guy? Jesus! Was that the Attack on Titan's giant thingy? I don't even know. And there's a raptor right there. No! 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 Oh. No. I think he's going away. He just did like a slam thingy. Well, there isn't much I can do with this guy here. Oh, wait. Did it despawn? No, he didn't despawn, but that guy's killing... No! Stop! Criminal scum! Stop! I hate this. Well, how did you see him? He's going to die. He's dead. He just killed my guy.
Yeah, losing a max level creature always feels bad, but I shouldn't feel sad though, because at least I had a Maywing now. But before I started searching for a new Maywing to tame, I decided to bring all my things back to the islands where it was safer. It was day 6 when I got there, and after leaving my Parasaur on my raft and making a couple of sleeping bags so I had a way to come back to my raft, I left with my Maywing to search for a better one, though the area I was searching the day before was a bit more dangerous now.
Oh, Jesus. What is that? Oh, it despawned. Who's that guy? Oh. What? 11 million health. Okay, why is he so strong? He looks like a potato. Why is friend-shaped? Why is he so strong?
Finding a new Maywing to tame was easy enough, but the guy just couldn't leave me alone.
The guy's right there. Okay, please don't kill another Maywing. Just please. I don't even know your name. What? Wait. Colossal Titan it is.
I trapped the Maywing, started knocking him out, and you can kinda guess what happened next.
No! No! Go away! Just go away! Turn around!
So the guy slammed him once, slammed him twice, threw some rocks, actually nuked him, and I lost the Maywing.
I'm gonna get it eventually. I'm gonna tame one. Eventually, just far away from this guy, if possible.
I kept searching, I found another one, I was going to tame it, but I found an even better one, trapped it, and the guy was back.
Why? Why?
And before you ask, yes, it was the same guy. I even went to check to see if there were two, but no, apparently it was just a one and he really liked me. I even decided to try and shoot at him to make him get away from the Maywing, but even that wasn't working.
Look at me! Hey, look at me! I'm shooting at you! My guy's ignoring me. Like, I just shot a bunch of arrows and he didn't notice.
After I realized that he wasn't going to aggro onto me, I went to check on the Maywing, but apparently he managed to escape, which was actually a good thing. Not that I realized it at first, I just tried to trap him again. But then I had an idea. I could just make him run away and then go after him far away from the giant. Once it stopped running, I trapped him again and knocked him out.
Yes. Okay, the guy's knocked. Now I just need... Why is he back? Why is the guy back?
Yeah, I wasn't going to get rid of him, so I just decided to roll with it, and if I was fast enough, maybe I could get this done. So after farming an office for mutton, I got back to the Maywing, farmed some steam berries to make hunger pills, gave everything to the Maywing, and now it was just a matter of waiting.
Quick! Eat!
And just as the Titan was going to cross the river, my new Maywing tamed, I cryopotted him, and it was time to go back to base.
Let's go! Goodbye. Let's go. Goodbye. Hope you trip, fall, and die. Yeah, goodbye.
It was day 7 when I got there, and after changing to my new Maywing, who I called Wingding, and realizing that I hadn't named my Parasaur yet, so I just called him A-Jam Slave because I really only wanted him to use Cut, I decided to spend the night just getting stuff done. I started making more narcotics, cooked some meat and repaired my crossbow, farmed a whole bunch of metal and shoved it all in my forge, cut down some trees for wood and thatch, and farmed some rocks for stone and flint so I could make a bunch of arrows. And after yet another narcoberry run to make even more narcotics, and crafting a new crossbow, it was time to take Wingding for a spin, and to just explore the island and see how bad the kaiju situation was, which at first didn't really seem like much of a problem.
Defecates Crystal. The guy is a crystal pooper. Hi, crystal pooper. It's a bit ugly, but it poops crystal. I can tell the kaiju has been through here because there is no forest. Yep, there is no forest, but there is also no sign of kaiju. This is actually pretty safe.
Why? Why would you say such a thing? Why?
Something just spawned back here. Who's that guy? What? What is happening? I'm stunned. And there's music now. Why is there music now? My Maywing is completely bugged. My guy's gliding. I don't know what's happening. My Maywing is completely bugged. And it's back to normal now. And there's music. I don't even know what the music means. I don't know if I want to know, to be honest. Probably don't want to know. Yeah, that was scary. So there is a Godzilla right there. And there is another Godzilla right there. Yeah, there's a lot of Godzillas. And that is another Godzilla. It's a Godzilla ARK. And there's a lot of Godzillas apparently.
Yeah, even when things looked peaceful, I couldn't really let my guard down, because at any moment, I could just be face to face with a kaiju. I continued exploring and eventually I found an Alpha Raptor, and seeing that I was in need of some levels, I tried to put him down with my crossbow, which wasn't working. So I used Wingding, which was kinda working, but then the raptor called for backup, and after I found a decent place where I could shoot at it, it just ran away. So I had to deal with the Carnos first, only to after realize that the raptor was nowhere to be seen. Eventually, I did find another one, and it was a lower level, so it shouldn't take that long to kill, right? Yeah, it took the entire night just to kill the thing. Not only because he ran away all the time, but also because he also had backup, and a bunch of my arrows were just hitting other raptors. And it was the morning of day 8 when I finally took care of the alpha. Gave me a new crossbow, which was kinda nice, and a whole bunch of levels, bringing me all the way to level 56. Seeing that I'd ran out of food, I was preparing to go back to base, but since I had a few berries with me, I decided to instead continue exploring the map. And let me tell you, it was a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh, there's music playing. I don't like music playing. Music means bad creature. And I don't know what it is, but I actually don't want to know too. And that is a Mechagodzilla. Oh my god, he just woke up. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Goodbye. Have a no. Oh! Ah! Wow, who's that guy? Edward Scissorhands or something. Oh, another Shin Godzilla. I actually know the name of that one, so that's cool. Oh, it's another Crystal Pooper. Hi! Hello, Crystal Pooper. How have you been? I met... Oh, Jesus. Rockwell? Is that you? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. He didn't see me at least. Oh, he saw me. Oh, he saw me. He can't reach me, so that's not that much of a problem. That guy shoots thing. Oh my god, he's still after me. No. Oh. Run! Run! Oh, goodbye. Okay, there's another screaming thing. I don't know what it... Oh, Jesus. You again? How many of you are there? And that's music again. But I don't know what spawns with it, or if it spawns anything at all. What does it mean? Oh. Okay. So that just happened? Wow. Super God... That's another Godzilla... 5.5 me. Oh, have a nice day, sir. I don't want to mess with you. But that's another Godzilla. Maybe I do have too many Godzillas. And there's another one. What? Oh my god. It happened again. It's the island guy. Oh no. Run. Okay. I'm still bugged out, but I'm curious now. I want to see the guy without dying. I want to know what he is. Oh, he screamed again. Ah, I hate this. Oh wait, the flyers can't fly next to him. So that's what it does. What are you? Tarask, level 6. A level 6 with 2.5 million HP. Okay, that guy's strong. Yeah, that guy's really strong. I want to get away. But I'm still bugged out. Thankfully, my Maywing isn't a flyer, so I can just do this. I don't really like the... Oh my god, it's this guy again. Ah! Okay. Ah. Yeah, I don't like the Redwood Forest. The Redwood Forest is... Oh, another tater dude. The Potato Doug. 11 million HP. Why is this guy so strong? Looks like a potato. And Edward Scissorhands back there. That guy is scary. I don't know if I like him. Yeah, I can see a bunch of kaijus. What is that? Is that another Godzilla? That is another... I mean, I have too many... I have too many Godzillas on this. There's a lot of them.
While there were a lot of places I still hadn't gone to and a bunch of kaijus yet to be seen, I thought I'd had enough close calls for a single day, and it was time to head back to my islands. Though along the way, I stumbled upon a couple of Ankies, which made me realize that the next step on progressing on this map was to tame resource creatures. And I was just about to try and tame a level 174 Anki when I heard this.
Wait. I know that sound. That's a Tarask. Yeah, Oh, I wasn't hit by the scream. How? I don't know. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, taming something next to the angry screaming kaiju thingy wasn't the best idea. So, after a quick stop for a ringed purple drop, which didn't really give me anything useful, I went back to base to prepare myself to tame resource creatures somewhere else. And after I repaired my crossbows, I realized that I was a bit short on narcotics, so I decided to spend the rest of the day farming narco berries to make more, and flint so I could start making spark powder. And just as day 9 began, I picked up the narcotics and a stack of cooked meat, started crafting a bunch of arrows, and took off straight to the desert. All the resource creatures I needed spawned there, and since it was night, I wouldn't have that many problems with heat, because I expected to get everything done in a single night. Well, it wasn't that easy. I began searching, and it didn't take that long for me to find my first target.
Oh, Xenos. And an Duodigarus. Nice. I could actually tame one of these guys. They're quite useful. A bit annoying to tame, but useful.
Knocking out the Duodigarus shouldn't be that complicated, but I kept facing problem after problem. The first one was a scorpion that showed up. I took care of it, and then I tried to separate the Duodigarus from the other one so it wouldn't have mate boost. Then a terror bird showed up. I took care of it and went back to knocking out the Duodigarus, though by this time it had already taken a bit of damage. Enough damage for this to happen.
No, 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 no.
While they are in ball form, these guys take almost no damage and basically no torpor. And all I could do now was to wait. So I decided to go on a bit of a side quest.
Yeah, I want to tame one of those guys now. Oh, 168. Yeah, I want to tame that one.
A Xeno could be actually super useful to have. So after farming a jug bug for some chitin, I tried to tame it.
Where is that 168? That's a 180. Okay. Yeah, I want to tame this one. Hi. Why is he running? Stop running. What? Hi. I'm friendly. What? Stop running. Is it because of my Maywing? I think it is. Hi. You want some chitin? Ah. Hello. You want? There's another one. Don't land. And he just passed in front of him, mate. Yeah, I want this one. 8.7%. Oh, this is going to take quite a while. Yeah, I don't know if I want to wait that much. Like 8.7%? Yeah, this is just not going to work. The guy is really far away now.
Yeah, I wasn't about to waste an entire day just trying to tame one of these. So I went back to the Duodigarus. He was walking again. I tried to knock him out, but then this happened.
Please don't attack the Duodigarus. Please. No! Stop it. Oh, there's a wolf. No! Where's the wolf? And bullet. Nice. And you gotta die fast. Please just die. Please. It didn't count. Waiting. Stop. My guy just abandoned me. Waiting. We're friends, mate. I'm getting killed by the snake. And that shot didn't count. This is dumb.
Yep. Wingding completely betrayed me. Good thing I have a backup. I got back to the desert, tried to kill the snake, but my Maywing didn't really do that much damage, so I just threw it off the cliff, got myself back, and it was time to get the betrayer back.
So, betrayer? How have you been? You left me for dead, my passive flee. Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I think it was actually my fault. The guy was passive fleeing. I didn't know.
I went back to knocking out the Doedicarus, and what a surprise! He was a ball again. Time for side quest number 2, I guess. Or main quest actually, because I went to try and find the rest of the resource creatures. It did take quite a while for me to find an Anki, and at the same time dodging kaijus. And even when I found one, it was a low level and was about to die. So I just pressed on and ended up finding a couple of low level Ankis, though high enough for what I needed. And after throwing the lowest level one off the cliff, I knocked out the other one, gave it hunger pills and some berries, and it was time to tame a thorny dragon as my wood farmer. It was super easy to find a high level one, though I kinda mixed the thorny dragon up and I was knocking out the wrong one, and then a skull crawler showed up. Thankfully, the thorny dragon threw itself off a cliff, and right at the end of the day, I managed to knock it out. At the start of day 10, it was tamed, I grabbed my new Anki that tamed in the meantime, and it was back to trying to knock out the Doedicarus, who was still in defense mode. So I waited until it was moving again, and it's actually best if I showed you what happened.
Please don't jump. You have an entire life ahead of you. And he jumped. No! Don't go into ball form. Please don't go into ball form. Thank you. Do not go into ball form. Thank you. Please don't go into ball form. No! No! Why? Why? I hate you. I hate you. Get knocked out. Knock out. I don't have more. Yes! Yes! I actually did it. I don't have more arrows. Like, how did I do that?
Guess I got a bit lucky after all. And after a couple of hunger pills and some berries, I'd finally tamed it, and I went back to my island with all the resource creatures I needed. And it only took one entire day and 2 nights. It could be worse. I named them Stony, Metally, and Woody because creativity. Then I made them some saddles, which forced me back to the desert because I completely forgot clay was a thing and I needed it for the thorny dragon saddle. And after they were all equipped, I realized that I still lived on a raft. Yeah, and it was about time I started building something.
Kinda like this spot. It's flat enough to build in, and there's resources. And there's metal on that island, right there. And on that too. Yeah, I like it. And it's an island. I don't think a kaiju could get here, like, easily. So I don't think I have to worry about it.
Why? Why would you say such a thing? Why? The rest of the day was spent farming a bunch of stone and wood so I could start building, and to finish off the day I built a masonry table from the mod Castles, Keeps and Fortresses, just so I could have a prettier base, only to realize that, well, I didn't really farm the right resources.
I might have a bit of a problem. The foundations and walls cost like cementing paste and raw metal. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
So, during the night of day 11, I took off with Wingding to search for beaver dams where I could get some cementing paste from. And then I spent the morning farming metal with my Anki, though I really didn't have enough metal on my island, so I had to search for some in the main island, which, if you ask me, not the safest place.
That's a skull crawler? Oh no. I think he's guarding the metal. I can't farm.
I did end up finding a few spots where I could farm metal, but this wasn't the most efficient way of farming. Plus, at any moment, I could just get blown up by a big bird.
That's a big... Oh, it exploded.
So yeah, I went back to base and worked with what I had. Started by cleaning up the area where I was going to build, and after dealing with a few seagulls, it was building time. And I ran out of resources just as I started. My foundation wasn't even half completed. Who would have thunk that making a base with metal in single player was a stupid idea? But I started it, so might as well see it through. And this time I decided to try and farm metal in the desert. Seemed like a more peaceful place, and I was right. I found plenty of uncontested metal nodes, and the only problem I had really was that my Maywing didn't really carry as much as I wanted him to. Though Wingding did his job and got me back to base with a bunch of metal, and he was back to building.
And I just ran out of metal again. Isn't that lovely?
Who would have thunk that making a base with metal in single player was a stupid idea. Day 12, I didn't do that much really. I was too focused on finishing up the base, though it wasn't even morning when I was back at the desert to farm more metal. And while I was at it, I found this.
Ooh, 174. That's tempting.
I didn't really need another flyer, but RGs do come in handy sometimes. But since I didn't have any way of knocking it out, I just farmed metal, went back to base, made foundations until I ran out of resources, placed them all down, and it didn't take long for me to go back. But before I began farming, I went for the RG since this time I brought mutton and narcotics. But one thing that I didn't bring was a trap, so I just shot at it and hoped for the best, which was kinda working until it didn't.
Oh, torpor run. Oh, I forgot about torpor run. No.
I did land a few shots still, but most of them just grazed it. And just as it was about to get knocked out, I missed the last arrow.
Hit it. I missed the last arrow. No, it was going to knock out.
After trying one of those random ideas I get sometimes,
there she is, and quiet. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I realized that there was no way of me knocking out the RG without more arrows, so I just got back to farming, went to base, spent all my resources on foundations, and went once again back to the desert. Eventually I did find the RG and managed to knock it out, and after a bit of mutton and hunger pills, the RG was tamed and I went back to farming metal.
I heard that. That was a Tarrasque move. No, I can't see anything now. I don't know where I'm at. Oh my god. Please don't see me. This isn't a UT, I can move. Just go. I don't know where I'm going, but just move. I can't see. Move. Okay, I can see now.
As I said, back to farming metal, and finished my day by slowly gliding all the way to my islands. On day 13, I decided to make a saddle for my RG. I had to kill a turtle for it, but once it was done, I threw it out, named it Scott, and used the RG to farm stone way faster because I needed more for foundations. See, they always come in handy. And after just a bit more building, my base floor was completed. Could have been bigger, but it was good enough. And now it was time to bring everything from my raft. And luckily, my RG does have a bunch more weight than my Maywing. They always come in handy, and after a few short trips and building all the structures I couldn't pick up, and there were a few other things I wanted to build, I just didn't have the resources for them, but I had finally moved from my raft to an actual base. I kept working on it for the rest of the day, making as many walls as I could, and eventually the most amazing base ever was completed. Well, it wasn't that amazing to be honest, but it's like having an ugly child. They're not about to say your child's ugly. It's like, oh, look what I made. I made it. I think it's cute. Yeah. And I hope you find it cute too, because if you don't, because if you don't, I will find you. I will. And I'll steal your toilet. Yeah. Doesn't seem like much, but then you want to take a shit and you can't because you don't have a toilet. See? Unless you use like the shower or something. But then you have to stomp on the turd until it's liquid enough to go into the rail. And that's nasty. You get poop all over the place. And the smell, it sticks around. And where the fuck am I going with this one? I don't know. Back to the story. So, after making the most amazing base ever, I realized that most of the stuff I had was more on the primitive side of things. So my next focus was to try and move up on the technology ladder. I spent the night of day 14 farming even more metal, but this time for my forge, in the morning farming narco berries for more narcotics. And while I was at it, I realized something. One of the main resources I was missing was oil to make a fabricator and gasoline. And yes, there were a few ways of getting oil, either by killing tech creatures that didn't give that much, or by making an oil pump, but to make one I kinda need a fabricator, and searching for oil rocks, which I really didn't want to do, to be honest. Instead, I had another idea. But first, let's talk about Wingding. Remember when I said it was my fault that he ran away from me and left me to die? Well, turns out, it wasn't my fault. This little shit just runs away from me.
Stop running. He's in passive flee, isn't he? This Maywing is amazing. Where is he? Wingding, passive. 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 Come here. Why is this guy always running? Why? Why? I don't know.
I think I got a broken Maywing or something, but I kinda like the guy, so I just kept using him. So, back to the plan. First off, I needed polymer. So once again, I went back to the desert, but this time to fight Mantis, which actually also made me realize that I still need a better creature for fighting. Then I used my Yankee to farm some obsidian and went back to base to craft an harpoon gun and some nets. Yes, I was going to tame something, and this makes it a whole lot easier. And what creature was I going to tame? Well, that would be one of the best creatures in the game that I'd already seen quite a few times. I'm talking about the Baryonyx, and it didn't take long for me to find a high level.
I saw a high level one. Oh, there he is. 162. Nice.
I had my target, and even though the swamp isn't the best place to tame anything, I decided to try, until I realized that I completely forgot to bring the thing that knocks out the creature. Again. So yeah, back to base. And after going back to the swamp to tame the baryonyx, the fact that it is a swamp and I shouldn't be taming things in the swamp was reminded to me by a snake.
That didn't count! Why? Why aren't my shots counting? Wingding, let's go. No, I'm asleep. No, I hate you, snake. I just hate you. I hate you.
It was day 15 when I respawned back at my islands, just to realize that I completely forgot to move the sleeping bags too. So I had to run all the way back to base, got my backup Maywing, made my way to the swamp again, got revenge on the snake, and got my stuff back. But while I was flying back, I remembered something. I can actually make better narcotics than the vanilla ones. They're much stronger, though they cost 10 times more. But since I wanted to tame the baryonyx as fast as possible, I decided to make them. The faster I get off this place, the better.
I can't make that many, but these are going to be quite helpful. And that is a Spino. 114, Jesus, I gotta find a different spot now.
Yeah, just don't tame things in the swamp, okay? Knocking out the berry was easy enough, though now I needed food for it. I did try and find some prime fish meat, but I only found regular fish. Good enough. Gave it some hunger pills and all the meat I had, and even though I continued searching for salmon, in no time the baryonyx was tamed. Now, how is a baryonyx supposed to help me get oil? Well, one of the perks of living on an island is that the sea is right at your doorstep, which means megalodons and some other sea creatures. And once in a while, you also find basilosaurs. And there's a reason why whale hunting was a thing. It does take a while to kill one of these guys, but once you're done, you get oil for days. With it, I finally made a fabricator and started crafting gasoline. And while I was at it, I also upgraded my armor to flak. Not that it would mean much against the kaiju though. I made some Caesars so I didn't have to look like a walking bush anymore.
Look at this man. Look at that guy. That guy is handsome. Jesus. And I'm bald now. It's going to take quite a while to grow, so just cover it up.
And my first firearm, a simple pistol. Again, not that it would mean much against the kaiju, but at least I could deal with the pegos and dillos easier. And seeing that I was a bit further up the technology ladder now, it was about time I started dealing with the kaijus. When the morning of day 16 came around, I made a canteen so I wouldn't be thirsty all the time, and left with Wingding to see what kaijus were around. I found a colossal titan, which was too strong for me to try and mess with. Found the scorpion, who was actually pretty weak, but his friends weren't.
Guy is sister of something. Okay, 500,000 health. I'm not messing with these guys. Certainly.
And after yet another kaiju that I didn't even think about getting close to, I came upon these guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Gigamoth, and they have tiny trunks. I know, mate. The water is cold in this tropical island. Don't worry.
I ended up deciding to try and tame one because I needed a better way to farm berries. I didn't know if they farmed berries or not, I just assumed because they were mammoths. And farming berries with a parasaur isn't that great. Though I also didn't know what a kaiju cell was, I just assumed I had to kill a kaiju to get it. Thing is, how do I kill a kaiju? Well, that's actually simple. I just need to tame a strong enough creature to fight with it. And that creature was obviously the creature I used for most stuff in ARK. A Thyla. It's always a Thyla. I don't know why you thought it was something different. If I can use a Thyla, I will use a Thyla. But not this max level 1 though, because I lost it almost immediately. And because of the Alpha Carno and the monkeys and some random kaijus, I didn't stick around to try and find it again and just moved on in search for another one. And after dodging something with a bit more health than it should and a big enough laser to one-shot me, I found a level 174 Thyla. Started shooting at it, and if you thought kaijus were the biggest problem here, well, let me introduce you to these little shits.
No, let's go. Move. I hate Trudons, mate. Please don't get... Oh my god, I got knocked out by Trudon. Will they find me, though? I don't think they will. I actually got a bit of distance from them. Oh, no, they found me. Oh my god, they found me. No. Yeah, I'm gonna get killed. And probably Wingding, too. I hate Trudons. I don't know if you know, but I absolutely despise Trudons. I don't know if you share that feeling with me, but these guys deserve to die. And I'm dead. Wow.
Yep, I died. It's bad. But wait, it gets worse.
I forgot to put a bed in my base. That is awful. That is really, really, really awful. Why did I forget to put a bed? Could have been a sleeping bag.
After thinking for a bit, I decided to respawn back at the desert. It seemed peaceful enough the last time I was there, and well, not the best idea I've ever had, no. No, it wasn't.
Oh, I heard... Who's that guy? Jeez, he's throwing stuff like... Oh my god! Oh, Jesus, run. Just run. Just run.
All I could do was run away and farm as much as possible. Thankfully, I was higher level now, so things didn't take as long as at the beginning. And at the start of day 17, I was already making myself a bow and some arrows. I kept farming, but that thing was getting closer.
I can hear the guy. He's close. I can see a small monkey. Two, actually. He has friends. He has monkey friends. I don't want to mess with them. Let's move on.
I did my best to ignore it and kept killing stuff and farming resources. And I spent so long running around that I even got to the end of the beach. But during that time, I had an idea. My first plan was to make a raft, but there was another way. A thing that I usually forget exists in Ark. One of these. They cost way less than a raft, and they do basically the same thing I wanted the raft to do. But despite the fact that it was way easier to get off the desert that way, well, the kaiju didn't really like the idea of me leaving.
He's back there. He has a lot of friends. Apparently he has a lot of them. Just move, just run. No. No. No, 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 no. No. Okay. Attack this. Attack this. Fight this. Just fight this guy. Run. Run. How am I alive? I don't know. That's a rock. Run!
I don't really know how I managed to escape, I just know that I did and continued focusing on farming. Until the Morellotops brought that thing back, and since there was nothing left for it to kill, I became the target.
You killed the Morellotops, but the guy doesn't despawn. He's just standing there looking at the ocean. At least he's Is he? No, he's coming this way. Oh my god. Why? How did you see me? Can you climb this? I don't... What is that haircut, mate? With that yes haircut coming after me, that's scary.
I was basically stuck between the small monkey that was chasing me and the other big monkey. And with no other plan coming to mind, I just ran. If I could just get a few more resources, I could build a canoe and get off this place.
No. No, 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 no. No! Please tell me I can make it. I can. Okay. Okay. Just gotta wait now. Okay. Stop throwing rocks, mate. Okay. Okay, it's crafted. Let's go. Just slap it there. No, 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 no. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, that was scary. No. 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 Go. Just go. No, don't throw that rock. Okay. Just go. Just keep going. Oh, just keep going. I'm bringing them to my island. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Just go. Please, just keep rowing, mate. And I'm hungry. I don't care. And they're still aggroing. Please stop. They don't stop aggroing. I'll have these guys knocking on my door. On my island. This just went from saving Wingding to horror game really fast.
Well, that was terrifying. And the first thing I did after getting to my island was to slap a bat on my base so it wouldn't happen again.
Bad. 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 See? Bad. That's a bad. Ha. Hoo. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha.
And then it was back to trying to save Wingding and my stuff, though I kinda forgot to put the backup Maywing on my smithy, so I had to fly all the way back there with my RG. And after a few stops for energy and dodging big kaijus, I made it back, killed the Trudon that was attacking Wingding, and decided to cryopod them and use the RG instead. Because although they are way slower, being able to pick up creatures really does make it easier. See? They always come in handy. And after a bit of searching, I found another high-level Thyla, picked him up, and flew out of the redwoods to a safer place.
I just need to knock him out, and there's a Rex. If that Rex comes this way, I'll get really mad. Stop coming this way. Stop coming this way. Let me knock this guy out. Please. And he's aggroing. I hate this. Why is this guy aggroing now? Stop. Get knocked out. Just go. I gotta lead this guy away now. Okay, that guy is knocked out. The Rex is down there, so I'm okay. And I think the Rex learned how to climb, and he's going to... I hate you! I hate you so much! Stop! He attacked the Tyler. Stop! Stop! Please, I hate this. He's going to kill the Thyla. There's not much I can do, really. I hate this so much. I hate Ark sometimes. And I hate you, you ugly lizard. I am pissed. really pissed. I am pissed. Really pissed.
Yep, things just weren't going my way.
I'm really mad now. For some... Oh. Yes. I found the 174 again. Just accept it. Yes, come here. Yes. Okay. I found another Thyla. This is amazing. No. Stop, criminal scum. No. What was that? I gotta stop for energy. Real quick. A quick stop for... No. Why? The monkey again. Why is there a monkey again? I don't know. Energy. I just need energy. Oh my god, the guys. No, we called his friends again. No. Come here. Stop. Come this way. Come on. Come on. Ah. Goodbye. I'm out of energy and the monkeys are killing everything. I hate this. I gotta drop my Thyla again. I gotta drop him. Oh no. Please don't attack the monkeys. Please don't go attack the monkeys. Oh no. Can I go pick him up? No. No.
Yep, things most certainly weren't going my way. And if you think things were going to get better from this point onward, well, guess again. Because after logging in for day 18, I was met with this.
Oh no. This guy. Oh, I'm scared. Who's that guy? Ah, Goliath. A rather calm and docile giant. Oh, the guy's passive? I hope he is. Are you passive? Hi there. You're passive, right? I hope you're passive, because if you're not, my base is gone. Please nothing attack this guy.
Thankfully, it was passive, which meant that it wasn't just going to destroy everything. The only problem was that, as is the case with every passive creature in Ark, my base was like a giant magnet to it, and it did stomp damage.
Right through my... The guy... Wait, the stomp damage. Oh no. Passive. I need everyone passive. No one attack the giant. Tank the damage. You can tank it.
Seeing that I couldn't really do anything about it, I just went on with my life and prepared myself to try and tame a new Thyla. I farmed narcoberries to make narcotics, repaired my equipment, dodged the huge feet stomping on my base, farmed a bit of hide and some flint to make arrows, another session of feet dodging, made some nets, farmed even more narcoberries to make more narcotics, and more feet dodging. I spent the rest of the day just farming far away from the giant, and it was already day 19 when I started making spark powder, turning it into gunpowder, and making more bullets for my pistol. Then I crafted all the blue tier narcotics I could, turned them into blue tier trank arrows, and it was time to try and tame a Thyla again. Though this time, instead of the redwood forest, I decided to try and find one in the desert, which I probably should have done the first time around, because although I had to go back to base to get the cooked mutton I forgot, taming the high level Thyla I found was super easy. Once that was done, I had to hunt down a few creatures for hide to make a saddle, and my new Thyla, who I called Logan, was ready. Or rather, almost ready. I still had to level him up. So I went to the grass fields, hunted everything that I could kill, farmed a bunch of hide, and got as much XP as possible. And only stopped when I found this high-level Maywing I could use to breed more Maywings. Taming it was easy enough, and after getting back to base to store all the resources I harvested, I left just as day 20 began to find a Kaiju to fight with. A few new Kaijus had spawned, but I clearly wasn't going to mess with those. And the Kaijus I'd seen had almost all despawned, which is a shame because I was aiming for the scorpion with low HP. I kept looking around and dodging anything that seemed too strong, and luckily, the mammoths were still around.
I want to fight one of these guys, but they're all high level. I can't find a single, low level mammoth. And there's a lot of them. And none of these are low level.
Yeah, I really didn't want to lose the Thyla in a single fight, so instead I went around the map searching for another scorpion. And after getting jump scared by a huge thing that I didn't even care to find out what it was, finding another Goliath just like the one at my base, and flying too close to something that could probably kill me just by looking at me, I did end up finding another scorpion. Now, let's be honest. Any sane person wouldn't think they could face off against a kaiju with just a regular creature. But the thing is, I'm not any sane person. So I just went at him and hoped for the best.
I know what oh, the bleed doesn't do anything. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay, I'm afraid. Oh, it takes reduced damage. Yes, bleed. Why did I think this was a good idea? Why? Oh, I'm burning. Ow! I'm burning. No, just run. So he has low health because he takes reduced damage. Good to know. I didn't even do damage to the guy. I can shoot him. Does that do more damage? Let me try and shoot the guy. 6 damage. Yep. No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Turns out, kaijus are strong. Who would have guessed? Not me, that's for sure. And after almost losing Logan, I decided to go back to the mammoth. My only hope was that I could bleed them. So I targeted the lowest level Gigamoth I could, shot at him with my pistol, and realized that at least it didn't take reduced damage. And after isolating the target, step 1 was completed. And now came step 2. Actually defeating the thing. How? I wasn't really sure, to be honest. And things did become a bit more complicated when I tried. Bleed. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Why did I get stuck? What was that? He's still after me. Just run. Keep on running. Oh, he loses aggro super fast. So I can just... whoop, bam. And run. I'm stuck again. Well, apparently I got damaged just by getting close to it. But on the bright side, I could bleed it. So my tactic was basically jump at him, hit him once or twice, and just run away as fast as I could. It was taking a really long time for its health to go down, but I was getting the job done. Had to stop for a bit to heal up Logan, and I was back at it. I even found a spot where the Gigamoth couldn't get to me, and everything was going great. Until it didn't. I missed that. No! Oh! I got stuck, no. A simple mistake was enough for me to have to respawn at base. I went back with my backup Maywing, and I was happy to find that at least my Thyla hadn't died. Although, it was a bit bruised, and after healing him up a bit again, I kept going. Day 21 came around and I was finally able to move the Gigamoth far away enough for me to get my stuff back. And then I spent the rest of the night just jumping at him and running away before he could reach me. Eventually I realized that using the spot I found where the Gigamoth couldn't fit, I could just shoot at it with my crossbow and not risk the Thyla. So I just kept doing that, arrow after arrow, and after the longest battle ever, I brought him down. Yeah, he's dead. Finally! This took a while. I'd finally dealt with the first kaiju, and now it was time for the spoils of war. So the guy gave me a single kaiju cell. And it spoils. What? Yeah, I was kinda hoping he would give me more stuff, to be honest. I wanted to tame a Gigamoth, but with just a single kaiju cell, I couldn't really do much. And that's when I realized that I had no plan. No idea of how to face the kaijus, using an ARK creature proved to be not so optimal, and also I couldn't really tame anything. Either they wanted things I couldn't make, or were just so strong that I didn't even think about it. But I kept flying around, checking every kaiju I saw in search for an opening. And it's a good thing I kept searching because I found one. Oh, it was this guy. Famuto. Wait a second. I think I saw it correctly. But this Famuto, yeah, she only wants Schmidt. That means I can tame it. Gotta do a 100k torpor though, but I can tame it. Finally, a way to break into the kaiju ranks. I did have to test something out first, which almost ended in me getting killed, but I had to make sure there wasn't any gimmick and my crossbow could torpor it. And with my new target locked, it was time to prepare, because although it ate meat, I still had to do more than 100k torpor to it. So it was time to farm as many narco berries as I could. And it's also a good thing I have a not primitive crossbow, which would make things slightly easier. I hate seagulls. Come here. No, that's my crossbow. You ate my crossbow. My good you bitch. You ate my crossbow. I hate seagulls so much. Stop it. Just die. No. They're my canteen. Just ate my crossbow in my canteen. And I'm hitting it. Why isn't it counting? This seagull ate a crossbow in a canteen. I hate seagulls. I do. Almost as much as I hate pagos, to be honest. Or maybe even more. I just hate them. But there was nothing to be done about it now, so I just kept farming. And I even realized that, surprisingly, my Yankee was a better berry farmer than my Parasaur. So I just spent the rest of the day and night farming, and by the morning of day 22, I was already making a bunch of blue tier narcotics. And with a bunch more regular narcotics being made, I decided to make a quick pause and try and find a way to get another crossbow that wasn't primitive, and the only solution I found was alpha creatures. I'd seen an alpha raptor in the grass fields, and with a bit of bleed
complete and running around, I brought him down. Though, it didn't really give me anything useful, aside from some levels, which is also good. Then I went after the Alpha Carnoid scene when I was trying to tame a Thyla, and with a bit of ingenuity, it also went down.
Oh, I got a crossbow. Yeah. Oh, that's a Pego. They know where I'm at. They just come after me. I hate you. That's my meat.
Nope, I hate Pegos. I hate Pegos more, that's for sure. With the crossbow I got, I went back to base, made as many blue narcotics as I could, turned them all into blue trank arrows, made a quick stop to farm some mutton, and went straight for the Famuto. Partly because I was afraid it would despawn if I waited for the following day. Though when I got there, it was nowhere to be seen.
Where's the Famuto? What? I don't know who that guy is. Did he kill him? Leatherback. Did he kill my Famuto? No, that guy didn't fight him and kill him because he's full health and the Famuto had more health.
I kept looking around, but with no luck. I couldn't see the Famuto anywhere, and after a while I just decided to go back to base. But as day 23 started, I turned back just for a last check, followed the path where the trees had been destroyed, and eventually I did find it.
Yes! Wait, I found him! Yes! I found the guy.
I was relieved because I really thought it had despawned. But now I had a new problem in mind.
I thought he had despawned. Now, how do I go about knocking him out? Isn't that a good question?
It shouldn't be that hard to hit some arrows on a big target like this, but the fact that Usain Bolt here didn't stop moving made it almost impossible. Though at least it wasn't aggroing onto me. And eventually, I found out what I had to do.
He's fighting. While he's fighting, I can just shoot at him. Oh, that's bugs. Oh, it hit him. Yes. How much torpor? I gotta know. 2.7 per arrow. I think I have enough arrows. I do think. Another one.
It was going to take a while, but it was also going to work. Though the fact that I was hitting it now made the Famuto get pissed at me, and it almost got me.
Yeah, the guy is aggroing onto... Oh, he's still aggroed. Oh, no, I thought he wasn't. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. Attack something. I need you to attack... Not me! Not me! Oh my God, my Maywing is still alive.
Well, it's a good thing I have backups. I spent the rest of the day just trying to find ways to land some arrows on it, and I even found a spot where I could shoot at it without the Famuto moving. But even that didn't last long, and when night finally came around, it got worse.
I think he's torpor running. 88k torpor, I think... This guy has torpor and this doesn't make sense. Why?
Yep, the only plan I had didn't work anymore. And how do you knock out something that is super fast, doesn't stop moving, and could kill you just by running into you? Well, isn't that a great question? Day 24 came and I was still trying to find ways to land some shots on the Famuto. And after losing my Maywing because I didn't pay attention...
Oh no. No. Okay, I'm alive, but the Maywing is dead. Okay. It's not Wing Ding, at least. Should have paid attention.
I decided to just spend the night watching it and dodging all the other kaijus around. And when morning came, I got my chance.
Please get stuck. You always get stuck on this spot. I think he's... I don't... Oh, he's stuck. Yes. Yes, sir. Please knock out. Oh, no. Okay, that's another Maywing down. I don't care, I'm alive. Please, just stay stuck and get knocked out. I'm shooting at you and you're not moving. This is amazing. And that was my last arrow. I hope that was enough. Please knock out. It's still going. Yes! I knocked him out. Oh, let's go. And I still have a Maywing. Wow!
I had finally knocked out the Famuto, but I also had a few new problems. The first one was I couldn't really get to its inventory. I just didn't know where it was. And then, if I got close to it, I just took damage, to the point where I almost got killed. I ended up spending a bunch of time trying to figure out where the inventory was and trying not to die at the same time. And eventually, I found the right spot.
Yes! No, stop. Where's your inventory? Oh, there it was. It's that way. Please let me give you... Wait. No! Almost there. Ah, yes! Hit another one. Ah, yes! Wow, this took a while. Yeah. My first kaiju. It's tamed. Now, how do I ride you? Can I just do this? Can I? Yes! Let's go! My first kaiju. Wow. Wait. How do I get down? What?
Yeah, I had to leave Logan behind, but I had my first kaiju, and I just wanted to try it out. And between super damage, questionable emotes,
What is happening?
and even more damage, I ended up finding another Famuto. And it was time for my first real kaiju battle. Though if you play Ark, you also know that putting two big things together doesn't go that well.
Let's go. What? What is happening? What? This is incredible. I was on top of the guy. I'm still on top of him. What? I'm just kicking him in the face while on top of him. This is Ark at its finest. And big slam. Okay, we're going on a trip with the Famuto. And you're dead. Yes. I killed my first kaiju and tamed my first kaiju, and they were both the same.
Yep, it was strong alright. And I could finally go around the map without fear. And I could also finally tell my uninvited guest to leave.
My friend, it is time you leave. Bruh. One shot. Yep, this guy is strong. 20k dead. No, my base. Oh no. That guy just exploded. Oh, it was just effects. Oh, okay, I got scared. And he actually gave me a bit of stuff, like kaiju cells. Yeah, and obsidian and crystal. Yep, my kaiju is strong. Finally, I have a kaiju. I can face other kaiju. Now, bit of a question. How do I get down? Huh? Wait a second. I had an idea, and now I just jump down. And I fall in the water. This actually works. I can use this to get down if I don't have parachutes. But I have to make some parachutes.
Now that I had my Famuto, the map completely opened up for me. I could finally go about my life without worrying much. There were still some creatures I wouldn't be messing with, yes, but our creatures were no problem now. And even some of the kaiju ones. Although I still didn't know where to draw the line between weak kaiju and strong one. So I decided to try and figure that out.
Okay, I thought this guy did a bit more damage. Oh, he stuns me, and now he's beating the crap out of me. Wow. Yeah, the guy does a bit of damage, but not as much as I do. Let's go. Run. What is he doing? Oh my god, he's exploding. It doesn't do much damage, but he has a whole lot of stuns. Can I run? Don't stun me. Just let me run. And that's a lot of damage. Yeah, that is my strongest attack. He has 14k health, which means dead. Bam. And I'm on top of him again. Wow. What is happening? What?
Yep, a leatherback was basically where I draw the line. It didn't give me anything useful, but at least it was another kaiju off the list. And after a quick emote, I realized that I couldn't really face against another strong kaiju. So I went on with my plan for the day, which was to teach those gigamoths a lesson because of what they've been doing. Which was bad. Just trust me. And also because I wanted to tame one. And now I could just one-shot them, which meant that I could farm a whole bunch of stuff from them in no time. And the best part was that the tech variant also dropped a bunch of tech-richer loot, including scrap metal. I spent a bit of time just teaching the mammoths the definition of genocide, and eventually I found my target. So I started crafting as many blue arrows as I could, realized that I got 6 levels from this little farming session, which was great, and it was shooting time. Though, as I told you, farming with a Parasaur or an Anki isn't the most efficient way to go about things. So I wasn't really that stacked in terms of trank arrows. That mixed with the fact that a bunch of the arrows I shot ended up hitting the Famuto by mistake led to me being a single arrow short from knocking out the mammoth, because I also missed the very last one. Yeah.
I just missed that one. It was the last arrow I had and the last one I needed.
I ended up killing a few swamp creatures to try and get 1 or 2 regular trank arrows, but with no luck. And it was day 26 when I realized that this wasn't going to work. So I just kept killing a few more mammoths because why not? And went back to base to drop off the loot I had and to make more arrows, which included farming berries because I ran out of narcotics. With that done, I went back to my Famuto, landing with the most amazing drift ever, and went back to knocking out the Gigamoth.
And finally, I knocked out the guy. Let's go. Let's go! Knock them out.
With the Gigamoth down, I just had to feed him. Though this part ended up being one of the most annoying things in these 100 days. And I'm not just talking about the mammoth or the Famuto. You'll see.
This is annoying. If I get close to him, it damages me. This doesn't make a lot of sense, and it does a lot of damage. Can I go around you? Do you still do damage from the back? Oh, it doesn't? Let's go. Okay, this guy's about to tame.
Once I finally was able to feed the Gigamoth, I just spent some time waiting and moving resources from my Famuto to my Maywing. And once that was done, the Gigamoth was tamed. I went back to base to make him a saddle, which I assumed was a regular mammoth saddle, but turns out I didn't even need one.
Oh, I don't need a saddle. Oh, let's go. Please tell me you farm. He farms a lot of berries. Let's go. Let's go. I don't need to use my parasword again. Yes. I'm so happy. I can farm a bunch of berries in no time now. And he also farms wood and thatch. Yeah, that helps a lot.
After spending some time farming and also realizing that he'd also farmed fiber, I started making a bunch of narcotics, and it was time to address the elephant in the room. My base. Yes, it was still the most amazing base ever, but it wasn't finished. And the worst part, a kaiju had gotten all the way to my island. Thankfully, it was a passive one, so it didn't matter much, but just imagine if it was a Famuto, or a Leatherback, or a Godzilla. Yeah, things weren't going to be pretty. So, against my own will of making a big base on these islands, I would have to move and hide myself in a cave. Though, I was going to be picky with that. And at the start of day 27, I went out to evaluate my options. And welcome to today's episode of Home Searcher, where I am searching for a home. And now the first option.
I kinda like this spot, to be honest. There's a lot of space to build, and it has resources too, which is great. So... oh, Giga.
That is a no. A quick stop for the sponsor of today's episode, Supply Drops, ARK's most annoying gacha game, where most times you don't get anything useful, but sometimes you do, so it's kinda nice. Now, back to the episode and option number 2.
What is that? This cave is full of onyx. And I don't like that because I always get mega rabies. And I also heard the neighborhood isn't that great around here.
No. Option number 3.
I actually love this spot. A lot of space, a lot of resources, and that helps a lot. Just a bit of a problem. This entrance is quite big. Big enough that a skull crawler could just crawl in. That is a problem. And it's in the redwood forest, so it makes it worse. I don't think... I like the spot, I just don't like the rest.
No. Option number 4.
This is a great one too. There's space, there's resources, and there's a simple problem. Imagine you have a Godzilla right there. I can't go anywhere. I just can't go anywhere. It's the only problem this place has.
No. Option number 5. No. Option number 6.
This spot is amazing. I gotta get rid of those onyx, but space in water. There's water inside and it's high up, which means kaijus can get here. And that is amazing. Do I mind having to deal with onyx? I don't, to be honest. This cave is amazing. I'm moving to this cave.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am glad to announce that we have got a winner. With my new base spot decided, the first thing I did was to deal with Yonic, which took quite a while, and surprisingly, I didn't get mega rabies. Then I started laying down some foundations to assert dominance, and with that done, it was time for the time-consuming part, bringing everything to the cave. It took the rest of the day just to make a single trip because Wingding couldn't move faster than this. And after dropping everything off, I left once again at the start of day 28 for the second trip. And after picking up all my creatures, the only thing left on the island to remind that I live there were my raft and my boat. Then I spent most of the day just placing everything down and organizing my base, and with that done, I headed out to farm basic resources that I left behind because they weighed a lot, and also to figure out where the resources like metal were on this new spot. I ended up finding a hill nearby that had some, so I spent the rest of the day farming as much as I could. 2 trips in total, and I even used my RG because I could carry a lot more that way. Always useful, these RGs. And after that, I finished off the day by cleaning up the stones inside my base and farming stone in the process. Day 29 came and I had an important thing I should do: to tame a new Maywing for breeding, because at this point I only had Wingding, and if something happened to him, I couldn't really move fast around the map. After a while of searching, I found 2 high levels, but to no one's surprise, I once again forgot to bring the Drank arrows. The amount of times I forget essential things to tame the creature I want to tame is amazing, really. But after a quick trip back to base, I flew back to the Maywing, and by this time, it also shouldn't come as a surprise that every time I try and tame a Maywing, this guy shows up.
This guy again? Really? Every time I try and tame a Maywing, this guy shows up. But this time, I have a kaiju of my own. Let's go Fumuto, let's mess him up. I'm so happy that I don't have to deal with these guys anymore. He has 200k HP and I'm still destroying him. Taming this Fumuto was like a brilliant idea.
After a quick fight, I defeated the Colossal Titan, unlocked a new engram, don't mind it, I didn't even use it. And it also dropped quite a few useful resources like Element. I had to use one of the lakes to get off my Fumuto because I didn't have parachutes and this was the only way I knew how to do it. Then I went back to taming the Maywing, and using the net and hunger pills made everything faster. And after setting both Maywings to breed, working on my base for a bit, and placing the egg next to some campfires, my first baby Maywing hatched.
My new baby! Hi! Why is this guy taking so long to grow? My breeding settings are way up there, cranked up almost to the max, and you're not growing. Yeah, I might have to go check my settings. There might be a problem with them. Meanwhile, you need a name, my friend. Wingding Jr. That's it. Yeah, Wingding Jr. When you grow up, we're going on adventures, mate.
I spent the night of day 30 just working on my base, farming some resources, and trying some stuff out to see if I could make my base look prettier, which didn't happen, so I just tore it all down, and in the morning I went out to cool down my frustrations by teaching those Gigamoths another lesson because they apparently didn't learn the first 3 times. While doing so, I was also farming a bunch of Kaiju cells, and I wanted to start taming a few other Kaijus. None in particular, but my logic was simple. If it looks cool, looks useful, or is easy to tame, might as well give it a try. Take this Agukiri for example. It's a bit ugly, yeah, and doesn't look that useful, but it seems easy to tame, so I just gave it a try. Though I ended up finding out that I had a problem that didn't come to mind until now.
Can I tame you? Ooh, level 100. Oh, I didn't think about that. I have to level up.
To be honest, I didn't pay much attention to my level and I needed to pump those numbers up. And since the population of Gigamoth suffered a bit of a decline for unknown reasons, I went around to see what else I could find. I killed my first Scorpion, and while doing so, I also aggroed the Fumuto that I ended up killing for more EXP. And that's when I found the first Kaiju I didn't want to kill.
Zenonia, Queen of the Hive. Wait a second. Once a human called Sophia, and she actually has quite a bit of a sad story. I'm gonna tame her instead, poor thing. Wait, she wants Crystal. Do I have? I have Crystal. Could you stop spinning around, please, for a second? I need... Oh no. Level 90. I need level 90 to tame this. I forgot about the level thing. What level am I? 85. I just need a few more levels.
Yep, I was going to tame Sophia when I had the level for it. The Gigamoth started respawning, so I killed a few, not only for EXP but also to farm a few resources from the tech ones. Though Gaia wasn't really that happy with the situation. She probably thought I was doing something bad to the Gigamoths, but I wasn't, I was just teaching them. But I ended up running back to base, and along the way I found another Goliath. Thought about taming it, but I kinda need level 100 to do it, so I just turned it into EXP. After that, I found a brand new Kaiju, Titania, and since I didn't even know what those were, well, it was a bit more EXP and another Kaiju off the list. And after reaching my base, I spent the rest of the day just hauling the resources inside.
I just realized something. That is my baby Maywing. My baby Maywing died. Wingding Jr. died. Probably starved. Yeah, I didn't give him any food. But it shouldn't have starved anyways.
At the start of day 31, I hatched a new Maywing and realized what the problem was.
Wingding Jr. New one. Now, I don't want this one to starve, so let me give him some food. I'm force feeding him, and the food meter goes up and then goes down. This guy doesn't eat. Well, I hope you don't die, my friend.
With that done, I went out with my Fumuto to try and get a bit of EXP to help with the level situation, and also to scratch some Kaijus off the list. For example, this Fenrir. It looked kinda cool, but its level wasn't the greatest, so I just ended up killing it. But there were still a few Kaijus that I didn't really want to mess with.
I think that's a Rodan. Yeah, that is a Rodan. Run! Run!
Okay, maybe more than a few, but all the weaker Kaijus were fair game. I went on to kill a Callisto, the former hunter, and I even found an Alpha Raptor, which gave me a few extra levels. And after a bit more searching, I ended up finding this guy.
Ooh, hi. That's a griffin. The Owl Beast. Wait a second. I just realized something. I'm gonna tame this guy.
And you might be thinking, why are you going to tame this weak bird? 30k HP, that guy's gonna get one shot. Yes, that might be true, but that wasn't the point of it. Because what I was seeing was a bird small enough to go inside my base and with enough weight to be able to carry someone's mom. And that someone is you. Why yes, I am 7. Fart joke. Now, back to the bird. I started shooting at it and it took a bit of time, which wasn't that much of a problem because it didn't do that much damage, and eventually I brought it down. Now, in my mind, this was going to be super simple. I just had to give him some hunger pills and kaiju cells and it was tamed. But no, I was about to go on a big adventure because of this bird.
Some hunger pills and some kaiju cells. Let's go. Wait, why isn't he eating? Oh, it's enhanced kaiju cells, not dead ones.
Yep, turns out there's more kaiju cells than the kaiju cell I thought was the only kaiju cell. Yeah, I didn't know. And after I got back to base, I realized that I didn't have enough element shards to make them. But that's when I remembered that I have this structure that might just help me with this task. So I went back to the owl beast, fed him as many narcotics as I could so he would stay asleep, and as day 32 started, I went straight to the desert to put down as many mantis as I could to farm some polymer. With that done, I went back to the owl beast to feed it some more narcotics, went back to base, had a slight heart attack along the way.
Oh Jesus!
And when I got there, it was time to make the element crafting station, which was going to solve everything.
Yeah, now I can actually make element. But I need artifacts. Oh, well, I didn't know how this worked. I didn't know. Okay. That doesn't work.
Well, guess it's back to the deleting the gigamoth population plan. And I went to teach those mammoths another lesson because obviously they were the reason things weren't working. I also ended up killing the akukuri because I wanted element shards more than I wanted to tame it. Though I started having some problems when the Gaia that seemed to be guarding the mammoths saw me. And it got worse when I realized that she wasn't alone.
Almost forgot about... Oh, Jesus. Who's this guy? Jesus. What's your name? Kaitan the White Death. Yeah, I'm not messing with something called the White Death. I'm just not gonna mess with it.
Basically, today's mammoth lesson had to be cut short and I started searching for more creatures I could kill, while also not getting into any fights my half-dead Pamuto couldn't handle.
Let me just kill this guy real quick. No, not that. Don't emote. Stop emoting. Please stop emoting. Stop emoting. Please. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Quick, that guy's running.
I ended up finding another Rockwell cousin, and although I wasn't sure I could defeat him, I decided to try, and turns out it isn't even that strong. Although the game lags a bunch because of all the damage numbers, but at least it drops a whole bunch of elements. I spent the rest of the day just searching for things to fight with, though I ended up panicking more than fighting.
Oh Jesus, run, run.
And after one-shotting another Fenrir, discovering my Famuto can't swim and almost dying in the process, and deleting another Scorpion that I tried to farm by hand to see if that would change anything, I realized that I just wasn't going to get enough shards to tame the Owl Beast. And with not much else I could do, I decided to leave it, and I'd come back to tame it when I was better prepared. Fast forward to day 33 when I finally realized this.
No.
Yeah, if there's one thing I hate about the engram page is this. If you have any of these clicked, it only shows you certain engrams. If you unclick it, well, it shows you everything.
I can make element shards.
Turns out I could have made element shards all along, though it wouldn't really help because I couldn't make enough with the element dust I had. So, back to killing mammoths because they didn't tell me I could make element shards. Yeah.
So I just kidnapped a mammoth apparently? And he's still with me. Yeah, you're in detention. You've been misbehaving, my friend. You stay there. And you too. So you die.
Eventually, I ran out of mammoths, so I began searching for more things to kill. Found these strange eels, and although they were strong enough, turns out they were just the minions of a bigger eel I still had to deal with. And after getting this mini heart attack...
Oh no, Jesus. No, I don't want to deal with that. That was a Ghost Kirio run.
And having to run from the strangest Godzilla yet...
I don't want to deal with you. Goodbye. That isn't Godzilla. That's Godzilla.
I went back to the mammoths because at least there was no chance my Famuto was dying to them, and my need for element shards was so big that I even decided to put Sophia out of her misery. Though that's not what happened.
Sorry, Sophia. You got... What? What? You don't take damage. What? Sophia is immortal. She's immune to damage. Okay, I'll tame you. Okay, you win. I'll tame you.
Change of plans, I'm taming this thing. And after climbing up a mountain in search for Crystal, which I completely advise against doing it with a Famuto because, well, she's not a great climber, and killing an Akukuri because it was in my way, I farmed a bit of Crystal. And as day 34 began, it was time to tame Sophia.
Could you... stop? Oh, I fed her. Did I? I did. Aha! Sophia, thank you. You're welcome. Oh, she talks. I like Sophia. She likes to go around. That's her thing. I don't know.
The thing about taming passive creatures is that it takes a long time. And if there's a thing I can't do, is to sit still. I'm like a child. If I'm unsupervised, I tend to do dumb stuff. For example, almost died because I jumped off my Famuto because I wanted to farm resources to make parachutes, so I wouldn't die falling off my Famuto. Yeah, morning came and I was still looking at Sophia, waiting for her to be hungry again, which didn't take long after that.
You want to eat? Oh, she wants to eat. Let's go. Crystal. Yes. Oh. Yes, this is my life now. I'm taking a ride on Sophia Carousel.
And even though it was a simple thing to do, danger tends to come for me at any time.
Oh, Jesus. No. Ooh.
Yep, I was a bit more careful after that, and I just fed her from a distance. But that's when things started becoming interesting.
Oh, she said something. Oh, I couldn't read what she said. It was too fast. What is happening? Don't go away. Oh, I spent too much time trying to tame this. Where is Sophia? Oh, she's coming back. Hi. Welcome back to the world of the living. What? Wait, but perhaps you'll find them helpful. These what? She has no need for these. She says, these what? And more crystal. And there she goes again. And she's back. Oh, she brought something. She brings stuff, but she's stuck, so I don't even know what she brought. And it's almost nighttime. And I'm still trying to tame this. It took the entire day. Seriously. My God. I wouldn't recommend eating these. These what? These nuts? Got him. I really want to find out what she's bringing. I really do. Throw something. I don't know what it is, but I'll find out. Oh, it's down there. I can see it. I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is. What is it? What is she bringing me? Active. That's the thing I need. Wait. She brought me the activated, not the dead ones, but where is it? The active one. I need this to tame the other. Sophia, you're amazing. Okay, she was. Oh. So I don't even need all of these. Not even close. I just need some of them. I needed 31 of these. Another crystal for you. Bring me more stuff. I don't care. She's stuck. I'll just go down there and get it. Let's suppose she wasn't. Okay.
Turns out taming this kaiju was the best idea I had so far. I kept trying to get everything she brought, which was a bit more kaiju cells and some weird plant seeds. And as the morning of day 35 came, she finally tamed. Though I sort of had a new problem now.
I can pick her up. I thought this might happen because she's stuck.
Yep, she was stuck alright. So I flew all the way back to base so I could finally make a soul gun. Why did it take me so long to make one of these? I don't know, to be honest. And after getting back to Sophia, it took a few tries, but I managed to get her out. After I used Ghost again. I don't care, she was bugged, it's justified, okay? And it was time to try her out.
Let's see what you're capable of. And you don't do them much damage. What is that? She shoots something, but it's a bit hard to hit anything.
Yeah, she wasn't really the strongest thing ever, but she'd been useful already, because now I had enough kaiju cells to tame the owl beast. Though I kinda wasted all my narcotics keeping it asleep, so it was back to one of my favorite activities, mass deforestation. And after getting back to base, which wasn't that easy because of the fog, I spoiled some meat, started crafting a whole bunch of narcotics, and I also finally made a long neck using the blueprint I got.
Okay, since I don't have that much use for you, you're going to be my base guard. Okay? You stay here, and if something comes in, you kill it. Okay? You just go at it and you kill it, Sophia. Okay? You're my guard now.
I spent the night of day 36 waiting for all the narcotics to be made, and since I upgraded my arsenal, it was only fitting I also upgraded my narcotics tier. So I made pink narcotics and turned them into pink darts, which make a whopping 11k torpor each, which was going to make this a whole lot easier. And after clumsily getting off my base, I went straight for the owl beast, and surprise surprise, he wasn't there. But I trusted he was around, so I started searching. I found a new spider kaiju that I thought about killing, but there was also a behemoth and I was kinda scared of these guys. Found even more kaijus and even more spiders, and after spending almost all day on this, I finally accepted the fact that it had despawned. But I hadn't given up on taming one, so I went around the map in search for another, only to find one not even far away from where I was.
Oh, wait. That's an owl beast. I think that's an owl beast. I just found another one.
With my target locked, it was knocking out time. I cleaned up the area first, and with my new long neck and darts, it really didn't take that much time. And by day 37, it was already asleep, and it was time for me to learn a new thing.
Now, take this and take the kaiju cells. Oh, I gave it active ones, not enhanced. Oh no, it's not even the same kaiju cells.
Well, turns out there's more kaiju cells than the 2 kaiju cells I thought were the only kaiju cells. Man, I hate kaiju cells. I went back to base to grab all the element I had, made the trip back and found another owl beast along the way, and only when I got there did I realize that I didn't start making the enhanced kaiju cells yet, and they take a long time to make. Though that wasn't actually the worst part of it.
Come on, I need 30. 30. No! 27, I'm 3 short.
Although I could make my own elements, I didn't have the resources for that. So after feeding the owl beast some narcotics, I went out in search for kaijus to kill to see if I could get the element I was missing. I killed an Aurus, the king of storms, which gave me 4, and then I went after the spiders I'd seen. The first one gave me 4 more, and after finding a way not to aggro the behemoth, I killed the second one, which gave me a single piece of element. I was literally missing 7 element. And I'll be honest, I thought about it, but my Famuto just couldn't handle it. So I started running in search for anything else I could kill. And thankfully, Rockwell does have a lot of cousins, and these guys drop a bunch of element. Though from this fight you could probably already tell I was panicking.
Let's go, Famuto. We gotta be quick about it, and my FPS are dropping. No! Don't stop! Stop emoting! Stop emoting! We gotta fight! Okay, we're doing damage now. Let's go. Big slam. Stop emoting! Stop. Why am I emoting again? I didn't press anything.
Even so, I managed to kill the Typhoon, getting a total of 81 element. And since I couldn't find a way to get off my Famuto safely, I decided to just leg it all the way to the owl beast. At this point, I thought he had already woken up, but to my surprise, he was still asleep, though not by much longer. But that meant I still had a chance. The problem is, when I'm panicking, I tend to panic, and since I was panicking, I panicked.
I'm not gonna make it. Oh, this was dumb. Oh my god.
Yep. Probably the worst time to have a brain fart. And by the time I realized that my second baby Maywing also died, got my backup Maywing, and made it all the way to the owl beast, he had already woken up. So I got myself back, and since I really didn't want the kaiju cells to go to waste, it was back to knocking him out. Though I didn't have more darts, so it was back to the crossbow. That mixed with the fact that this owl beast didn't stop flying around made this take way longer than it should. By the morning of day 38, I was still at it, though the owl beast decided to get stuck on some trees, so I was able to knock him out. And now I just needed to fit it, and that was that. But well, I'll just let you watch it.
There's stuff. Stop attacking. Stop. No, let me hit the trike. Let me hit the trike. Go to sleep. Or run. No, wait. Stop. Stop. No. What? What is happening? Please stop attacking. Please just stop attacking. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Faster. Oh, we stop running. And he's asleep. Okay. The compies now. Why compies now? There's a dildo now. I need you to go to sleep. Okay, no one's oh my god, there's another griffin exploding back there. I don't care. Take this and 27. I need 3 more. Just 3 more. I can make it. 1, 2. Okay, the missing kaiju cells. And now I'll run away so no one attacks it. Just far away from this guy.
I still had to farm a bit and craft a meat spoiler on the fly, just so I could make a few more hunger pills, but eventually, I had finally tamed the bird.
Yes! It's tamed. Let's go, let's get out of here. Oh my god, that took a while. I have an owl beast. And the guy is ugly as hell. Look at that! Look at those feathers. Jesus Christ, the guy's he's ugly. I don't care. I have an owl beast. He might be ugly, but he still will probably be useful. 11k weight. Wow. And it's super fast. Oh, it's way faster than an RG.
Yes, the owl beast wasn't the prettiest thing ever, and its strange attacks didn't seem to be that strong, but it was faster than an RG, and fighting with it wasn't the point. So, after I got back to base and made sure it could go through the cave entrance, I set my Maywings to breed once again, and it was farming time. Though the neighborhood was a bit more dangerous now, so I had to find new farming spots farther away. I spent the rest of the day just scanning crystal and obsidian, and even metal on a new spot I found that had tons of it. And it was the morning of day 39 when I finally stopped. And I was right. All the resources I had harvested didn't even make a dent on what the owl beast could carry, and that would make farming a whole lot easier. Back at base, it was time to check on my new baby Maywings, and this time they actually ate stuff.
Please eat. It works. I can feed the Maywings. Yes, my baby Maywings are going to live.
With that sorted out, I decided to focus once again on my base. It was needing another upgrade, but I was also needing resources to upgrade it. So I left straight to the desert to farm polymer, got a warm welcome when I got there.
It's full of... Oh my god, no. No, I don't want to deal with that. It's full of Oh, Jesus. No, go the other... Stop. He's going to attack. Not me. Ah!
And after I found a safe place to land, I made some parachutes so I could dismount from my Famuto without dying, and I went mantis hunting. I spent most of the day at it, and I even found a new kaiju, a Quetzaldraken. It ate meat cakes. I didn't know what those were, I just killed it. Yep, problem solved. After a bit more mantis farming, I had enough polymer for what I needed. Then I decided to pay a visit to my islands, just to see how things were going, but I even farmed a bit of oil from a Basilo while I was there, and the last resource I was needing was cementing paste. So I went to check on my beaver friends to see if they had some extra I could take. Just one problem though, this area was controlled by a new kaiju now, and I really didn't want to mess with it.
Oh my god, who's that guy? Hi. Oh no. No. I really don't want to mess with that guy. I'll just go back home. Yeah.
That thing looked too strong for me, so I just went back to base and made do with what I had. I spent the first hours of day 40 just making foundations, finishing my base floor, and putting up the first few walls. And to no one's surprise, I ran out of resources almost immediately. Who'd have thunk that you know the joke by now. Wait, it's not even thunk? Who'd have thunk it wasn't thunk? I like thunk. Okay, it's a thunk for me, okay? Nice. But since I didn't have resources to continue building, it was back to farming. I spent a good amount of time just cracking metal nodes with my Anki, then I dodged my new neighbors to get to base, and it was back to building. By day 41, I had to start moving stuff around so I could finish up the floor. Just a tip, throwing things is a really good way to move stuff. After finishing the floor, I made a new fabricator, crafted one of the most useful structures ever, a chemistry bench that I probably should have made earlier, made a generator so I finally had electricity, crafted the castles and keeps grill just because it looks cool,
and a bit of meat. Oh, look at that. That is meat.
And slapped 2 fridges right next to the fire. Doesn't make sense, but it works. And then I just spent the rest of the day farming narco berries and trying to not get killed in stupid ways.
That is a giga. What? Why is there a giga there?
Just so I could put my chemistry bench to use. With my base a bit better now, on day 42, it was time for me to deal with 2 big problems I had. The first one was my Famuto has been half dead for the good part of 20 days now, and I needed to find a way to heal it because force-feeding a 800k HP creature just wasn't going to cut it. Thankfully, I had a different solution. RP potions. This mod adds a whole bunch of potions, but I was only going to use one of them, the Dino Health potion. So after making an RP potion smithy, it was time for me to farm all the resources I needed, which included a whole bunch of prime meat. So first up, mammoths. No lesson this time, I just needed prime meat. And also, let's talk about the second problem I had. See this Famoto? Yeah, the only actually strong kaiju I had so far. If anything happened to it, well, it was back to the Thyla strat, and we all know how that went. So I needed to tame some other strong kaiju to help out. But first, the potion. I farmed as many mammoths as I could, and I even found a new scorpion, a primordial one, which I killed. And once I felt like I had enough prime, I used my mammoth to gather a bunch of steam berries for stimulants, and narco berries, because why not? Went back to base and it was potion crafting time. I still had to make a few stimulants and cook some prime meat, but once that was all done, I was able to craft a single potion because I completely forgot Majo berries were a thing. At least it was enough to bring my Famuto back to full HP. With that dealt with, I went out with Wingding to try and figure out which kaiju I was going to tame. There were a few just outside my base, including another Famuto. Thought about taming it, but I already had one and I wanted to tame a new creature. Found the Beast Titan, yes, the one with the monkey friends, but not only was he weak, but also a bit confusing to tame, so I just killed it. And after finally remembering to heal my Famuto, I found this.
Oh, that Godzilla ARK. I could tame that 100k HP. I could level 12. Oh, 17 million torpor. Oh, turns out I can't tame that one.
Yeah, taming it wasn't going to work, so I just decided to kill it and scratch another kaiju off the list. But real quick before I die, do you remember when I said I'd seen a Godzilla movie where it laid eggs on a mall? Yeah, I did a bit of research and it's this one. I didn't imagine it, I didn't dream it, it's actually this one. But it wasn't a mall, it was a stadium. Just thought you might want to know. Back to me dying. So, I died because radiation or something. And after getting back to the fight, it did take a few tries, but I was able to make my Famuto attack it, and she took care of the situation.
And oh, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, my stuff back, please. Thank you. My guy's green. Oh, radiation. Yeah, he's taking damage. This is a bit of a problem. You have radiation sickness, my friend. Can I just cryopod you and send you out again? Does that solve anything? Are you still sick? He isn't. Nice. Solved.
After I dealt with the radiation problem, I went to check what I had unlocked. Something about uranium and the bigger gun. I wanted to make it, but I really didn't know how to craft this stuff, so I just didn't. But by checking my new engrams, I remembered to also check what engrams related to taming kaijus I also had. And that is when I realized something.
There's a lot of stuff. Oh, I need vegetables and honey. So these Mothra cakes, I gotta make a greenhouse then. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, turns out I still had a bunch to do. And since vegetables take a while to grow, on day 43 I decided to put taming a new kaiju on pause and decided to build a greenhouse in my base. Though I kinda didn't have the resources for that, so it was actually farming time. Starting with my beaver friends for cementing paste, that you might remember were being terrorized by a big scary dragon. Yeah, well I didn't.
Oh my god. No. Okay, I'm stunned and... No, let me go. I don't even know what's happening. Let me go. Just let me go.
Now that is a great way to start a day. And since my Famuto was full HP now, and that dragon still had its name on my list, it was kaiju battle time.
Come here, mate. Oh, he's flying. Oh my god.
Fighting this thing was a bit of a problem because it had all sorts of attacks, including slows, flashbangs, and stuns. It just ran away all the time, and he even said stuff.
This guy doesn't land. Come here. That's fine. Oh, 3, 4, 5, you better hide. Don't tell me what to do. I'll mess you up. And I'm stunned. Okay. This guy's always run. And he despawned. No. Oh my god, he's flying. What was that? That's a drift.
Yeah, it ended up taking more time than it should, but as a Soulsborne game enjoyer, and pretty decent at them if I may say so myself, I just learned its attack pattern, and I won.
And bam! Okay, this took way too long. And he actually gave me a lot of stuff. And more element. Let's go. And get emoted on. Yeah.
I ended up getting a bunch of element for that fight, and with Wootlong finally out of the area, I was able to peacefully farm as much cementing paste as I could, and then I spent the rest of the day harvesting a whole bunch of metal. It was day 44 when I decided to go back to base, which turns out was becoming a meeting spot for all the kaijus around, and that was turning into a problem quite fast. Though I just ignored it for now and started building my greenhouse. It wasn't going to be anything special, I just needed a simple thing where I could put all my crops. Though, even with all the farming I did, I managed to forget one of the main resources I needed.
Oh, I forgot to farm crystal. Oh my god.
Instead of just going out to farm crystal, I decided to build as much of the greenhouse as I could, crafted a bunch of grappling hooks and sap taps, and went to the redwoods because there was two things I also needed. The first one was sap, so I just placed some sap taps on one of the trees. And then I started searching for beehives so I could steal some honey. I didn't need much, just enough to build the S+ beehive, though stealing honey by hand, not that great of an idea.
I think this will be easy. Just grab it and run. But I'm slowed. Yeah, I gotta wait. They despawn eventually, so I can just wait.
The small bees just didn't die, and I had to use my hatchet to fight my way out of there. And seeing that this just didn't work, I did it again.
Why am I going again? Because I can. Let's go. Ah. Right. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Why did I do it again? I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. If I live, I live. I have... My legs are broken. The bees are up there. Just go away, bees. They went away. Except that one. But I can probably outrun it. Let's go. Oh, my legs are broken. No. No. Wingding. Let's go. No. I forgot my legs were broken. Man. I just died to a single bee.
Yep, I managed to get killed by a single bee. And to be honest, why did I try again? I don't know. Sometimes I do things that even I don't fully understand. So after spending a bunch of time searching for my stuff and finding it during the night, I did it again. Why? I don't know. Sometimes I do things just because I can.
And I met it again. Why? It didn't work the first 2 times, but I'm doing it again. Because I'm crazy. Let me get to the beehive, please. Okay, thank you. This time it will work. I'll just climb onto... I'm hearing a Carno somewhere. No. Oh my god. What do I do now? At least Wingding won't die. Wingding, come here. Okay, nice. And I just accept it. It is what it is. My legs are broken again. Stop attacking me. No. Okay, my legs are broken, but I can actually run. What? I don't care. Just run. Run the tree. Just lose him. Yeah, go. Oh my god, I outran a Carno. How did I do that? I don't know. Sometimes it just works. Let's go. Let's go.
After this attempt, I finally realized that this was really not a good idea. And with 15 honey on my inventory, I just got out of the redwoods, woke up Ghidorah along the way. Why? I don't know, just did it, and started farming what I needed to finish the greenhouse, including the seeds for the plants. Halfway through day 45, the main structure was finished, and I added a toilet with the most amazing view ever, so every time I pooped, I'd get fertilizer for the crop plots.
Farmer's life. It's not much, but it's honest work.
And before you say anything, no, the greenhouse does not give any bonus inside the cave, I just built it because I wanted to. Though the greenhouse was still not finished. I was missing the beehive, but I only had 15 honey, and I needed a way to heal myself if I wanted to steal more. Medical brews would be the obvious choice, but I didn't have resources to make an industrial cooker, and since I didn't want to farm for it now, I decided to go back to the taming a new kaiju plan. Though first I harvested a few berries to make narcotics and RP healing potions, made a canteen because I was tired of being thirsty all the time, and after yet another poop and another plant, I went out to see if I could find kaijus to kill or tame, which wasn't really going that great. Either the kaijus wanted things I couldn't make, or were just Doug level strong. Even so, I kept searching, and it was a good thing I did because just at the start of day 46, I realized something.
Okay, I think I'm getting into a face-off. Yeah, they're facing off. They're just going, I'ma mess you up, boy. Look at that. Ghidorah and Godzilla. Can I tame any of these two? You want atomic fish meat. I don't remember what that costs, to be honest. And you, Ghidorah, what do you want? Meat. Only schmeat. 700k torpor. That is a bit complicated, but I could tame a Ghidorah. And it... nope. No. Sorry about that. I messed up your face off. I'm sorry. I could actually tame a... And she's still aggroing onto me. Wow. She's super far away. Okay, thank you. I could actually tame a Ghidorah. Atomic fish meat. There it is. It isn't a lot of element. It isn't. But to make all of the atomic fish meat he wants, now that's a lot of element. We also have this one. Leatherback. What? This is... not expensive at all. I can make these easily. And I saw a leatherback back there. That is a leatherback. Wait a second. Let me go check. Okay, he wants 5 leatherback stews and he has 500k torpor. I could tame this guy easily. I don't know what he's doing, but I could tame that guy. And I probably will tame... Oh, probably tame that one instead.
Well, turns out just because I don't know what something is doesn't mean I can't make it. The first ingredient was fish meat. That I might have misunderstood and thought it was 3k per stew instead of actually 300. So I may or may not have overfarmed a bit. Next on the list was the blueberries. So back to tearing a forest down with my mammoth. Thing is, my farming technique is quite good at giving me a bunch of berries. But there is a bit of a problem with it. And that problem is, I just can't see anything. And sooner or later, this was bound to happen.
What? What? Whoa. Oh, no. Stop. Can I outrun him? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't. At least you won't die. Come here. Oh, hi. Please be gentle. Just be gentle with it, mate. You're taking your time. Come on. And he's missing his punches. My guy, that guy is blind.
No one told me this was a horror game, but, well, here we are. I had to spend a good bit of time just flying around because I really didn't know where I died. And once I found my stuff, it was time to deal with the bone guy. The bone dude, bone man, made of bones, boner. No, not that one. You know the one, the bone kaiju. Thing is, I was a bit afraid of him. Afraid of what he could do. Just look at that. My man has a Beyblade attack. But since he just didn't move away, I decided to risk it.
Okay, I'll just jump off and grab my stuff. As easy as that. Let's go. I can't move. No. My... Drop stuff. Drop the berries. I really didn't want to drop the berries, but it's safer that way. Let's go.
That could have been bad, but at least I had my things back, including my big boy. But turns out, I was right to be afraid of it. No, it didn't do anything to my Famuto, but let's just say this false dude had some different ways of doing damage.
Okay, Mr. Bone Guy, you're dead. Goodbye. He scared me. Oh, Jesus. No, that's too loud. No, that's too loud. Oh my god. I think he's finished. Okay. Oh my god. Ah, my ears. What? Yeah, please shut up. No, just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Thank you. Wow, that guy was loud. I don't think I'm hearing straight now.
The kaiju might not be the strongest one, but it did critical damage to my ears. And after getting my berries back and learning a new yoga pose, I went back to base and proceeded with the plan. Right after another poop and another plant. Farmer's life. I crafted some stews, which turns out spoil super fast, so I had to leave them in my fridge, started making a bunch of narcotics, and after yet another poop and another plant, I decided to upgrade to yellow darts. It really cost a bunch and I couldn't make that many, but I was basically doubling my torpor output. The night of day 47 was spent making more darts, pooping and planting, and more darts. And in the morning I went straight to the desert where once again, a warm welcome.
Oh, that's a Tarrasque. Don't scream. Shut up. No, just shut up. Why do they always scream when I show up? I don't know.
Shooting darts at it on top of my Famuto was simple enough. I just had to wait for it to finish attacking. And since my darts did a bunch of torpor, in no time the leatherback was on the ground. Not asleep, no, it was just sitting there. Good enough. I had to fly all the way back to base to get the stews and once again make a meat spoiler on the go because I always forget to make hunger pills. And a short time later, my new kaiju was tamed. And I gotta say, he looked pretty cool. As for attacks, he had slap, short distance rock throw, bunch of punches, birthday clap, emotes to lower the enemy's morale, and to finish it off, the big slam. And the reason epilepsy warnings exist.
Okay, it's a bit hard to look at that, to be honest.
And it was time to test him out against a real opponent.
Oh, hi there. Big slam. Bam. Okay, that was sad. I need to find something bigger.
I started searching for another kaiju I could fight with. Along the way, I discovered this guy could swim. Getting out of the water was a bit of a problem though, and so was climbing mountains. I'm realizing now that the best defense against a kaiju is a slightly crooked ramp. And other than that, I didn't really do much. I don't know what happened, but the map was empty. No, really, I didn't find a single kaiju that day, aside from a glacial scorpion I killed just as the day was ending. And it was already day 48 when I finally found a worthy opponent.
Oh, I still have to kill one of these.
Basically, the fight went like big slam, epilepsy, bunch of punches, birthday clap, big slam, dead. Easy enough.
You, my friend, are weak. Oh, we can do a thumbs up too.
Didn't drop anything though, but it did give me quite a scare.
Oh, you're dead, right? Yeah, well, the guy's standing.
As I said, didn't drop anything, and I just messed with it for a bit before going back to my cave, and it was time to move my focus to other matters. My base wasn't finished, my narcotics were running low, and I was going to need a lot of element. So, after a bit of time organizing my stuff, and another poop and another plant fertilized, I went out to farm what I was missing, or at least that was the plan.
Who's this guy? Hi, and he's aggroing onto me. Wow, I gotta get rid of that guy. He's doing a bunch of noise. I don't even know what he's doing. I think I'm far away enough. Famuto, let's go. No, let's go. The trees don't let me throw him. Okay, thank you. Oh my god, that guy does... Ah, stop screaming. Let me just wait. He's about to do something. Oh my god, my FPS are going down. Wow. Okay, it's time for you to shut up, my friend. This is going to take a while. 500k HP. But I still do a bunch of damage, so that's okay. I don't know what was that. What was that? Please do not... What? The guy one-shotted me.
So that happened, and after I got my RG and went to get my things back, it got worse.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of that guy. He's loud and annoying. Where is my Famuto? My stuff is down there, but my Famuto went somewhere. I don't see my Famuto anywhere. And that guy's doing the FPS attack. Yeah, I gotta find my Famuto.
I ended up spending a bunch of time flying around trying to find my Famuto, and since I didn't even have the tribe thing active, I really didn't know what happened to it. And after a while, I just accepted the fact that it also got one-shot by the Gojiran, which was a bit sad because I really like that guy. But if I wanted to get revenge, I would have to press on. So I went out to do what I was going to do before the Gojiran situation. Farm, starting with Mammoth. Today's lesson, death. I also hunted down a few other kaijus, including a new scorpion. Yeah, there's a lot of scorpions. And then I spent the rest of the day whacking some metal nodes. I farmed well into day 49, and before going home, I made a stop for more narco berries. And that's when I had an idea. My mammoth farms a lot of berries, yes, but can a Bronto farm even more? I was curious, and I knocked it out so I could test it. But then I heard a familiar sound.
Oh, that's a Gojiran. Oh no, that's a Gojiran.
Guess the Gojiran situation was following me around, so I had to find a new spot to farm. Ended up knocking out another high-level Bronto, and once it tamed, I went back to base to get my things in order. But there was a problem. The Gojiran was still outside. And why is that a problem, you ask? Well...
My guy, I'm really tired of hearing you... Shut up!
It didn't take long for me to be completely tired of the Gojiran just shaking my screen, lowering my FPS just because he could, and screaming every few seconds. So I just made a chainsaw to farm wood for my forges and left my base to go find something to distract myself with. More specifically, fighting kaijus. No, I didn't have my Famuto anymore, but this leatherback dude was strong enough. And when I stumbled upon a kaiju mosh pit, I jumped in. First adversary, a Gigan. The guy didn't stop moving, which was a pain, but I was tanking its damage and doing a bunch of damage myself. But then, he hit me with this. The laser didn't do much damage to my leatherback, no, but it did to me.
Why am I almost dead? What happened?
My instinct said, just run. But I noticed that I also had done quite a bit of damage to it. So I quickly ran in once again and blasted him with my epilepsy explosion. And I defeated the first combatant. And I say the first one because now it was behemoth time. I was still afraid of these guys, but I decided to go in nonetheless. Mainly because he just stood still and let me hit him. Victory was more than assured, but then he woke up.
Go back to sleep, dude. Just go back to sleep, please. You were... amazing. He has a dismount. I didn't know that. I'm dead. There's no... Why am I still alive? Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Why am I still alive? I don't know. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I survived that. How? I don't know. Big slam. Bam. Please die. My guy just died. I didn't know he had... What? How is it? How is it dismounting? Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. What? How am I alive? How is this happening?
How did I manage to survive that? I don't know. And after a bunch of punches, I finally brought him down. But wait, who's that? It's the third and final opponent, Gothima.
Big slam. Bam. Okay.
Well, that was easy. But as always, I had a problem. My leatherback was amazing, and he was the only big creature I had right now. But turns out, healing potions do not work on him. Yep, guess I would have to tame another kaiju then. And my first thought was the Ghidorah I'd seen.
Can't I just knock you out? You're a 102, 706k torpor. I could just tame this thing. Wait, I could just tame this. Okay, I'ma tame that guy.
Although I intended to tame it, I decided to go around the map and check for some other kaijus, just to see if I could find anything better.
I know a kaiju is popping up when my FPS just drop. I'm getting somewhere, my FPS go down, and then something spawns. Oh, Jesus. Hi.
Oh, and a bit of a side note, I got to level 100 on day 50. And since we're halfway through this, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, because if you don't, well, because if you don't, let's just say that some of you might have to use your showers for more than showering. That's all I have to say. And also, I could finally tame that Goliath. Or not.
Bow.
You know, I don't know what's funnier, this little stupid joke, or the fact that the guy almost killed me while I was trying to make the joke.
I was trying to make a joke, not die. Are you going to... My guy, heal up. Oh, ow, Jesus. Sorry about that, Goliath. I didn't know you were strong like that.
Yeah, that was probably funnier. Now, back to taming a kaiju. I ended up not finding anything better than the Ghidorah, so basically, my target was locked. But as I was going back to base, I stumbled upon an old friend.
Oh, that's the Kirio? Hi, wait a second. I just had an idea. If I'm not mistaken, this guy has rockets. Like ranged attack. He's not using it right now, but I know he has it because I've seen it. And that gives me an idea. Yeah, I think I'll tame this one.
Yep, I was going to tame this guy instead. And speaking of old friends, I actually found another. Don't know if you remember this one though.
Oh, how is this guy alive? Wow, I thought you were dead, my boy. He's alive. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, that's an alpha. I'm riding the... What? I'm riding the guy. No. Wingding, don't run away. Please don't. Wingding, stop running away from me. Why do you always do this, mate? Yeah, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do. I died.
Turns out my Famuto only got thrown across the map and was actually alive, which meant that I actually had two big kaijus. But even so, I was bent on taming the Kirio, so it was time to prepare. On day 51, I repaired my armor, filled up my canteen, and went out to farm for more narcotics. First stop, killing mammoths, because they didn't tell me my Famuto was alive, and also because I needed meat to spoil. After that, it was narcoberry time, and I also tested the Bronto situation.
Wait a second. This actually farms more than my mammoth, but I can't move, so after a swing, I have to move. I think I still prefer my Gigamoth, to be honest. I think I do. And it actually does more damage than my mammoth. Is a Bronto a kaiju? Just think about it. It's big and has a lot of health. It's a kaiju.
Yeah, the Bronto farmed a lot, but my Gigamoth was still better. With that done, I went back to base and started crafting as many narcotics as I could. And I also realized that I finally had enough metal for that industrial cooker. But I also had another idea. I could instead use all that metal to make an industrial forge, which in turn would make smelting metal faster, and then I would make the cooker. I just needed a few more resources. Meanwhile, it was back to narcotics, and I decided to up my dart tier to red darts. They cost way more, but they also pack a serious punch. The rest of the day was basically dart crafting, pooping to fertilize plants, going out to farm more berries,
My canteen. Again.
and with the berries all farmed up, it was more dart crafting. While Gojiro was outside, hell-bent on making me lose what was left of my sanity,
And there he goes again. I hate this guy so much. So much. I will kill him eventually.
once I thought I had enough darts, I headed out straight for the Kirio. And well, it was about time things went my way for once.
I think he's stuck. I think he might actually be stuck. Am I actually having luck with kaijus? He doesn't move. He's stuck. Wow, this is amazing. You awake, mate? No, he's stuck. Yeah, I can just shoot at him and he doesn't do anything. This is actually amazing. Oh, he aggroed onto me. Oh. Oh, no. Please don't shoot nothing. Don't shoot at me. He's not shooting at me, but I don't want to lose Wingding. And I'll just stand here and shoot at him. And I like the fact that my gun is actually pointing all the way to the right and I'm shooting forward. I don't know how that works, but it's ARK, okay? Just don't think about it.
Yep, he didn't move and didn't even attack me. And with the red darts I now had, knocking him out didn't take that long. Though I kinda forgot to bring Element, but a quick Colossal Titan later, I had more than enough. Now, remember when I said that things went my way for once? That was a lie. They didn't. Actually, you're about to witness the worst thing that happened to me during these 100 days.
Can I get to your inventory? I can't. Oh my god, no, the damage thing.
I said it. I said this damage thing was going to be annoying. So, after getting jump scared by a kaiju, I made my way to the curio to try and get my stuff back.
Can I just pick up my stuff, please? Just my... No.
Yep, I died again. And the worst part, I had to wait to respawn. Why do I have this on? I don't know. But since I had to wait anyways, I gave running all the way up there a shot. You never know. Might just work. It didn't. I still had to wait after that one, so I just tried again. You never know. And this time, I actually managed to run past the Sarco, climb the mountain, outrun a saber, and actually made it back. Sometimes it just works. So, I got back to base to get more element, farmed some berries to make hunger pills, and tried again. But I just couldn't get to its inventory. So, back to its feet it is. Didn't work the first 2 times, might just work this one.
I'll try the other foot. No!
Yeah, it didn't. But I had 2 new ideas. So after grabbing some stuff and after naming one of my baby Maywings for the first time,
Junior, I think. It's the Junior. That's the one.
I headed out, farmed berries for hunger pills, and it was time for the Sophia plan.
Can I actually get to you? Oh, wait. No! How?
So, let's try again. More element, new Maywing.
Junior. Okay, thank you.
More berries, more hunger pills, and it was time for the second plan.
Okay, I gotta climb that mountain over there. Let me see how high I am. That's a Mothra. Am I high up enough? And let's go. I hope... Please let me feed you. This is going to take a while for me to fully go down, but I don't even know where the Maywing went. Maybe he went that way. I lost the Maywing. Let me give you some food. Yes. Tame. Did I do the thing correctly? I don't know. I did. He's taming. Oh, yes. Oh, Wingding Junior. There you are. Tame. You got awful thing. Tame. That's Sophia. I don't know where Wingding is. Please tame. I hope I gave you enough because I don't have other parachutes right now. Or wasn't it enough? I don't know. I can't see. I don't have a spyglass.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. So, a bit of hide and thatch for parachutes, more berries for hunger pills, and I did it again. And it was still not enough. So, hide and thatch for parachutes and berries for hunger pills. And yes, I know I can just press down the gather button and it keeps on farming berries. But by game logic and law, if you mash it hard enough, it works better. And it was time for another try.
Please let this be enough. Please let this be enough. Eat that, all of that. Let's go. I think it will be enough. I gave him a bunch. Okay. Yes! I tamed them. Let's go. Okay, I have a curio now. Wow, this took a while.
I had finally tamed the guy. Luckily, I had a few extra resources to make another parachute and get down. But turns out, I didn't even need to. And you might be thinking, well then, the bad part's over. Oh no, it hasn't even started yet.
My stuff. That's not my stuff. My stuff? No, that's a Is that Wingding? No, it's not Wingding. Where's my stuff? Is this my stuff? No, game, don't be like this. Ark, don't be like this. Where is my stuff? I can't find my stuff. Oh no.
Yep, I just lost my stuff. Every tool I had, every resource creature, and most importantly, my leather bag and my Famuto. And to make it all worse, my boy Wingding also died. I spent the rest of the day searching and I even used the footage to try and figure out where I died and used the Maywing butt glide technique and reduce the ground clutter so I could see better, but to no avail. And once the glowing eye True Dawn started showing up, I just accepted the fact that I lost everything and I couldn't even pick up my curio because I didn't have soul traps. So I just went back to base and after this awful day, I just went to sleep. Waking up on day 54, I was sad. Really sad. But I could do one of 2 things. Cry like a baby or be a man and pick myself up. So I chose both.
Gotta make this fucking useless armor.
After making all the basic tools I would need, first stop was getting my curio. I paid a heavy price for that guy and I was hoping that at least he would be strong. And turns out, yeah, he was strong. From punches to laser, more punches, super jumps, Beyblade attacks, and even emotes.
Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh, Oh.
He was better than I expected actually, but most important of all, this attack.
Yeah. Rocket launcher, let's go.
It did a bunch of damage, and with it, I would be able to take care of that annoying Gojira from a safe distance. So, even after the disaster that the previous day was, I was at least going to get some joy in bombing that annoying Godzilla guy.
My man, it's time for... What? Where did he go? He did not just despawn, did he? That... You son of a...
Focus. I might not get my revenge, but there were still things to be done. First off, narcotics. I still had a few, but if I wasted them all, I didn't have an efficient way of farming for more. I was not going back to farming with a parasaur. So I went out and my first target was a mammoth. Easily knocked him out, and while he was taming, I went in search for resource creatures to tame. Just as the day was about to end, I knocked out a Doedicarus. And at the start of day 55, I found and knocked out an Anki. But I didn't have enough berries, so I went back for my mammoth that was already tamed, farmed a bit, grabbed my new Doedicarus, who I called Mason, and gave more Majo berries to the Yankee and pills that I completely forgot to give him. While I waited, I realized that I also lost my RG, so I knocked out a high level one that was nearby. When the Yankee tamed, I called him Smith, and shortly after, the RG also tamed, and I completely forgot to give it a name, picked it up, and went straight back to base. And in just a few minutes, I had all the resource creatures I needed, though there was still one essential creature left to tame. I might be able to farm everything now, but I don't have my carry creature. I'm talking about the owl beast. So I grabbed some element and element shards, made more darts, grabbed a stack of kaiju cells, and I went out to try and find a new one. And also to try out my Kirio versus stronger creatures. And what better way to test him than to jump head first into another Kirio.
Wait. Oh no, that's a lot of damage. I just jumped against the guy.
Yeah, these guys are strong. Even this low level one was putting up a fight, though I didn't even get to kill it because he did this.
What? The guy just got sent to the Shadow Realm. I don't know what happened to the guy, and he did a bunch of that. Oh, okay, I like it. I'm happy again. Let's go.
I kept searching for another owl beast, and this was also the point where I realized that, yeah, kaijus aren't made for climbing. Fighting, on the other hand, yeah, they're pretty good at that. Since I was getting stuck on every tree in this forest, I decided to move on, and that's when I found this guy.
Wait, I know this guy. It's like Owl Beast, but orange. Wait.
Horus, the King of Storms. Might not be an owl beast, but it's basically the same thing. Different color, but the same size, could fly, and could still carry your mom. Though what I didn't know is that it really isn't like an owl beast. You'll see later. Meanwhile, knocking him out didn't take that long. Making the kaiju cells, yeah, that took a bit of time. But just as the day was ending, I managed to tame it. Back at base on day 56, I realized that, well, I used up all the narcotics I had, so it was back to berry farming, though finding a spot for it was becoming oddly complicated. Everywhere I turned, I saw kaiju, so I had to do a bit of cleanup first, but even that didn't help that much.
Oh, I know this sound. It's a Famuto. Hi. I used to have a Famuto like you. Let me run away.
Hello there.
Oh my god. Oh, these guys just know where I'm at. I gotta drop everything. Just drop everything. Run. Run. I gotta get out of here. Please don't. Okay, Idiagro. Okay, I'm out of energy. I gotta risk it. I gotta risk it. I have to risk it. Oh no. Oh no. Quick. Quick, Kirio. Save me, man. Save me. Okay. Okay, that was close.
Yeah, farming was tough. Had to clean up even more, starting with this colossal titan. And to be honest, I don't really understand what happened. The Famuto got in the fight, I was pushed back, and when I realized it, I was fighting two other kaijus.
How did I get to this point? I don't know.
Since I was in disadvantage, I had to isolate the targets. Took care of the Raijin first, and after that, the Typhoon was no problem. And you might be asking, well, why didn't you also kill the Famuto? And that is a great question, and the answer to it is because I tamed it. Why? Reasons. And also because it was a straight upgrade from my previous Famuto. Higher level, more HP, and more damage. Nice. It was day 57 when I finally got back to farming, and one morning came, I farmed even more. As I said, it wasn't easy to find a nice place to farm, so might as well make the most out of this place before any kaiju showed up. And when I felt like I had enough berries, it was time to head back to base. And that's when I realized my mistake.
Oh my god, you're slow.
Yep, it wasn't an Albeast alright, and it took quite a bit of time before I made it back to base, though eventually I did figure out the use for this guy.
Does this guy cook anything? Let me try. Oh, he cooks meat. Oh, it's like a grill. Can you... Wait, can you smelt metal? I don't think he does. Oh, he does. It's like a forge and a grill. It's like a phoenix then. Well, I kind of like this. This isn't as good as like Albeast to transport stuff. I can actually use you like a forge. You just stand there and he just smelts metal for me. Ah. Haha.
Turns out that even this guy can be useful, but that meant that I still needed an Albeast. So I got back out there to search for one, made a quick stop along the way to kill a new scorpion, an albino one, and decided to also pump some levels into my Famuto. And then it was back to searching, and before long, I found one. Did have to clean up a bit first, but after dealing with the other kaijus, with a single dart I was able to knock out the Albeast. And the rest of the day was basically spent waiting for the kaiju cells to be crafted and waiting for it to tame. And in just 4 days, I was back to where I was before the incident. And at the start of day 58, it was time to once again focus on my base. My first plan was to build a pillar all the way to the ceiling, but seeing how much everything costs, yeah, let's just put a roof on it. Thing is, I kinda need my Albeast to be able to land on the base to drop all the resources off. So... just a floor it is. I spent a good chunk of the day just building, and once I ran out of resources, it wasn't even that bad to be honest. I kinda liked it, though I ran out of resources, so back to farming. Made a quick stop along the way to take care of a kaiju I had not seen before. I rode the Great Manticore and its companion Zuko. Had to use my diving method to get off my Famuto because I forgot to bring parachutes, and then I went back to farming. But it was also then that I spotted my next target.
Another Godzilla. What level are you, my man? Oh, it's a max level. I want to tame that. I really want to tame that. But 17 atomic fish meat, that's 1700 element. Wow.
Yeah, that was a great find, but I still had a job to do first. And my next stop was at the desert to kill more mantis for polymer. Only problem? There were no mantis. Literally. I ran around with my Kirio and the only thing I found were kaijus and more kaijus. So instead of polymer, I was actually farming element.
Why is there 2 more Godzillas right? And that's a Ghidorah. Jesus. I found the max level. What level are these two? Wait, just mantis. Just a second. Level 126. 13 meat, 150. Okay, there's a lot of high level Godzillas around.
Yes, the game really wanted me to tame a Godzilla, but as I said, I had a job to do first. My Kirio wasn't really a good polymer farmer, so I switched to my Famuto to hunt more mantis, though I ended up fighting more kaijus than anything else. Day 59 came and I was still at it. I was finding more and more mantis, so that was great. But I also found this guy.
Oh, it's another Kaitan, the White Death. I don't have potions. I could try and deal some damage to this guy. It doesn't have a lot of health. My creature is panicking. Oh, I do reduce damage. Does that do a bunch of damage? I have bad experiences with Godzillas. I don't even know what that is, but that would kill me for sure.
I think anyone would see this guy and would just run away, but not me. No, I wasn't afraid, and I went at him, and then he stunned me, and whatever that was. And turns out, I was afraid, though I just ran out of there. Though during my fear-induced run, I had an idea. The same idea I had for the Gojira, carpet bombing.
Yeah, that's why I tamed the Kirio.
This fight did take quite a while. It was basically bomb and run, but eventually I managed to bring him down.
Okay, he's almost dead. Oh, he's charging an attack. Just kill him. Let's go. He's dead. Kaitan, the White Death. Well, he's white, and he's dead. Let's go.
Turns out these guys drop a bunch of element, so I had to keep that in mind in case I needed more. With that done, it was back to Mantis, and there were way more spawning now. Though, there were also things I didn't want to mess with, so when I had enough, I didn't waste time getting out of there. Though the kaiju fighting wasn't done yet, because just as I got to my base, I had new visitors.
Oh my god, that's a Rodan. Oh no. Hi. Wow.
To be honest, I really wanted to tame a Rodan, but this guy is a passive tame. And how do you passive tame that? Yeah, I just bombed him out of the sky, and after an intense Beyblade battle, he was off the list. Now the other visitor...
I saw another one. Oh, it's a Doug. Yeah, I'm not messing with that.
Back at base, it was time to finish that industrial forge, and turns out I was 50 polymers short. Yeah, I just made it and crafted the forge. And then I cryopotted Horus because apparently he ate the metal in its inventory, so he isn't even useful for that. The next structure I wanted to make was the industrial cooker, though I was missing 300 polymer for it, and I'm not about to craft that much. Not a problem though, because I had another thing I wanted to focus on. Another kaiju to tame. That boy right there. The max level Godzilla. Only problem? I needed 17 atomic fish meat to tame it, and that is a lot of element. With all the element I had, I was missing close to 900, so on day 60, it was element farming time. I spent the entire day going around the map and fighting everything and anything that dropped element, especially the ones that dropped the most, like typhoons, titans, colossal titans, and behemoths. And it got to a point that it wasn't even worth it to waste time killing other stuff, and I only stopped to fight the big ones. And if you're wondering why I'm showing you the fights in orbital camera, well, because of this.
Yep, my FPS are dead. That's a lot of numbers.
As the morning of day 61 came up, I just finished killing both a behemoth and a typhoon that had spawned together. And with that, I had more than enough element to tame the Godzilla. And after farming a bit of fish meat, I went home to prepare. I crafted a bunch of hunger pills because I was tired of having to make them on the spot, made the best tier darts I could, which was only 16 of them, crafted some healing potions, and I headed out expecting to bring a tamed Godzilla when I got back. I didn't really know how strong this guy was or what kind of attacks he had, so I just used my owl beast and shot at it from a safe distance. And turns out, he didn't even have attacks that could reach me, so knocking him out was quite easy. With the Godzilla sleeping, it was time to make the atomic fish meat. I didn't make them before because I didn't know how long it would take for them to spoil and how long it would take for me to knock him out. And surprisingly, I didn't get damaged when I went to feed it. And by the time I went to farm some crystal for soul traps and got back, he was already tamed.
I have the king of the kaijus. Let's go. Toenail. The king. Yeah, now we're talking. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, the guy moves.
Yes, I tamed the king of the kaijus, and it was time to test him out. And I gotta say, the guy was fast for a kaiju, and his attacks were cool, really cool. And most important of all, he had emotes.
Oh, you're joking. This is the best emotes. Easily the best one.
Now I just need an enemy to fight against. Thing is, emotes are cool, yes, but I just don't know how to work with them.
Wait, there's another emote. No, stop emote. We gotta fight. Stop emoting.
Emotes aside, honestly, this guy was mid. His attacks were cool, yes, but he didn't do that much damage, and his cooldowns were incredibly long. And it was already day 62 when I was finally able to bring down a simple Godzilla 1954. Yeah, a bit of a disappointment. Though when I got to base, I went to check the engram page, and that's when I realized what I was missing.
Atomic nuke. Ah, Godzilla seems interested in it. Oh, well, this costs a lot. And there's a second one. And I need to make the first one to make the second one, and they both cost the same. No.
Yep, those are power-ups, and they cost a lot. And I gotta make 2 of them. Something I was going to do eventually, when I had built the courage to farm all that. That being said, I spent the rest of the day farming. A bunch of berries and a bunch of metal. It was day 63 when the farming session ended, and on my way back to base, I met this guy.
Another Godzilla, and this is a 180. Wow. How do I tame this guy? I want to tame this guy. Jesus. 8.5 million. I need this guy in my life. Oh, Super Godzilla Emerald Shards. It's not even that expensive, to be honest. It's actually not that expensive. I could tame that guy. Thing is, 5.9 million torpor.
Although this Super Godzilla was super tempting, that amount of torpor just wasn't helping. But since I was freshly restocked on narcotics, I decided to go after a smaller guy instead. There was one kaiju I saw a few days back that I really liked. A Raijin. This one. I didn't really need one, and I'd already defeated one, but it was cool, and I wanted one. So I headed out in search for a Raijin to tame. Though there was no Raijin to tame. I spent the entire day just flying around on my Maywing, seeing all kinds of kaijus, and I even got a bit of a scare when I forgot my Maywing had energy and almost drowned running away from megalodons. But after all that, no sign of a Raijin anywhere, and I just went back to base, though there was one place I still had to check. So, at the start of day 64, I went straight for the desert. And would you look at that? The first kaiju I saw was a Raijin. Since the desert was completely filled with kaijus, I decided to once again use my Owl Beast to knock him out, though it didn't work as well as with the Godzilla. This guy was super fast, aggroed onto everything, and had attacks that could reach me, but eventually I found the sweet spot, where it didn't move and I could just shoot at it. And luckily, I had the exact amount of darts I would need to knock him out.
Okay, I just need one more. Let's go, still down there. Yep, let's go. I missed that one. How did I miss that one? Nah, I call BS on that. The guy wasn't moving. How did I miss that? That's BS.
BS aside, I still had to finish knocking him out. So, after losing him on one of the jungles, I made a quick stop for narco berries because I ran out, went back to base to make more darts, came back, and a single dart later, the guy was asleep. Now, I just needed to feed him, but surprise, surprise, I ran out of narcotics. Back to base, grabbed narcotics, came back, and tamed it. The question is, did I need to tame it? No. But just look at this guy. He's cool. He's as bugged as the other kaijus, but still cool. As for attacks, he had multi-slap, an amazing sounding roar, bite, epilepsy run, masochism simulator, and my favorite, kick. And obviously, he also had emotes. With that said, after putting him to the test versus a typhoon, no, he wasn't Kiryu level strong. But was he cool? Hell yeah, he was cool. And since I was at the desert, I decided to spend the rest of the night farming mantis for polymer. And by the morning of day 65, I'd already killed more than enough. So, I headed back to base and I finally was able to make that industrial cooker, which meant that I could make medical brews, which meant that it was time to steal more honey, though it wasn't working as I thought it would.
Okay, now I have a way to heal myself, and I can just stall the bees until they despawn, and they're not despawning. This doesn't make any sense. How am I... this doesn't make sense. I hate this. Stop. Die. Die. I can't hit them.
Yeah, even though I could heal myself, the bees just didn't let me go anywhere. But that's when I realized that I had a different way of dealing with them. A more permanent way.
Kiryu, kill. That was easy enough.
Turns out carpet bombing is a really good way of getting rid of your problems. And with that new strategy, I just kept stealing honey for the rest of the day. And once the morning of day 66 came, I already had enough. And after grabbing some sap from my sap taps, I headed back to base to finally craft the S+ beehive. Though the whole point of this was to make Mothra snacks. So I decided to use the honey to make the food right away. And it's a good thing I did because that's when I discovered that this was basically all pointless.
I need this. What? No. What? Why do I only have... I don't have any vegetables. I built this greenhouse like a while ago. This doesn't make sense. What?
Yeah, turns out I was never going to be able to tame a Mothra. So instead, I headed out to farm a few rare flowers from my islands, made the beehive just to finish the greenhouse, went out again and spent the rest of the day searching for a Mothra, just so I could deal with this kaiju a different way. A shame really, because I actually wanted to tame one, but it just wasn't going to work. But I couldn't be sad because at least my base was finished, I was safe, I had strong creatures, and there was nothing that could mess this up. Yeah. You know where this is going.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Holy shit. Run. Where did he go? Ow! Oh shit. It just destroyed my base. Oh no.
So, day 1, and I woke up on a random beach with nothing to my name.
I'm back at the beach. I hate this.
Yep, I just lost everything. Again. My solution, not die, and find a way to get back to my base. My plan, parachutes. The problem, everything.
Oh my god, don't turn around. Oh, there's an owl beast. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Just go, keep going. Jump! Jump! Just go! Run! Quick energy break. I think he saw me. He most definitely saw me. Oh no. Oh no, just run. Just leg it. I gotta... Am I outrunning? Ah! Run! I don't even know what's happening, but... Oh, just run. I don't... Why am I... There's a microraptor now. I hate this. There's a big bird and a small bird behind me. I don't even know where I'm at. The only bright side is the owl beast did not remember he can fly. So he's just running. Okay. I just need to make the parachute stop. Microraptor, stop. Microraptor, stop. Please stop. Stop! No. Oh, I'm alive. That microraptor.
Thanks to the parachute, I managed to not die, but not for long though. Not that it was much of a problem since I don't really have anything to lose anyways. And I was back at the beach and it was time to try again.
I used to have a lot of things. I did. I used to have a mech that shot rockets. And now I'm killing dodos. Isn't life sad? No. Oh my god, he didn't see me. And there's something back. Oh, he's... Oh, okay, just fight. I think he's fighting with something back there. Yeah, it's a manticore. Okay, yeah, they're fighting all right. I don't want to... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, just run. And I think I see a Trudon. Yeah, I see a... oh my god. Run. You can't jump, so I'll jump. I don't have energy. I hope you don't jump. Oh my god, and that's a Quetzaldraken. Wow, what is happening?
Somehow I managed to not get caught and it was time to climb all the way back up. And luckily, since the first time I aggroed everything that was around, that meant that the path was clear. And I managed to get to the same spot I got pushed off on the first attempt and I finally got back to base.
I made it back home. Wow, my stuff. Give me my stuff. It didn't despawn. Thank you. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, could be worse. At least I didn't lose my stuff, my creatures and my resources. And after quickly storing everything so it wouldn't despawn, I went out in search for that Gigant so I could have a talk with him. But turns out, that guy's a coward. He just ran away. And I was so pissed that I just went around killing other kaijus just to blow out some steam. Day 68 was spent mostly trying to organize what was left of my base. I didn't have enough resources to fully rebuild it, so I had to prioritize some things. And I decided to spend most of what I had on some essential structures, like a smithy, a fabricator, generator, fridge, and some forges. And then I went out to spend the rest of the day farming metal, so I could start smelting it as soon as possible. It was day 69 when I stopped, and on my way back to base, I saw something. Something that was way more important than my base.
Oh, it's him? It's him? Don't move. Don't you dare run away, mate. I'll be right back. Let's go. Bam, let's go. I won't let that guy run away again. I won't. Okay, I don't know where he's at, but I just need my Kirio. Kirio, let's go. Let's mess that guy up. I need him dead yesterday. I can't reach my... Oh, I can. Nice. I just need you healed up. There you are. Hi. Take that. I'm about to massacre you. I'm about to... He's running... Don't run away. Come here. He's running away. Oh, no. That guy's a coward. Come here. Oh, there you are. Yes. Fight with me. Come on. Let's fight. Let me shoot some rockets into your eye sockets. And he's dead. Let's go. I got my revenge. Shut up. I don't want to hear you again. Yes! Revenge! Revenge! At least I got my revenge. Okay? At least that's done. Doesn't even drop anything. Jesus. Can't believe I wanted to tame that guy. But now, I will kill every single one I see. Every single one.
A bit more happy now that I got rid of that Gigant, I stuffed all the metal I'd farmed on my forges and left once again straight for the desert to farm polymer, using my Raijin because kicking Mantis is funny. I spent most of the day at it and I even killed a few kaijus for element. Once I had enough, I went straight back to base because my plan was to build back my industrial forge. But I still had to wait for some metal ingots and I was also missing some crystal. So I didn't waste much time and just went out to farm it. Though when I reached the mountains, something happened that doesn't happen that often anymore. I found a new kaiju.
What is that? Wait a second. Ragnarona, the black-blooded kaiju. Ah, and that says he's made of blood. Ah, ever seen one of these guys? And I guess I will just kill you then. Hi. Die. Yay. Oh, I killed the Goliath. The guy's still alive. Okay, he does a lot of debuffs or something. I don't even know what that is. And he screams. He screams a lot and says stuff. I will drown you in blood, my guy. You're dead.
With that done, I farmed the crystal I was missing, went back to base, and now I just had to wait for the metal. So day 70 came around, and in the meantime, I decided to go out and take care of some things. The first one was to kill more kaijus for element, just in case I needed more. Though that's also when I learned that apparently, the Colossal Titan can knock you out. Never did that before. I didn't die though, because turns out my armor isn't useless after all. And it's actually a good thing I didn't die, because I completely forgot to put a new bed on my base. Second task was to tame new Maywings. And do you remember that unicorn I saw at the beginning? Yeah, the guy's still alive. Don't know how, but still kicking.
No way. It's the same. It's level 66. I remember it. How is this guy still alive? And I died so many times and he's still alive. Wow.
So I tamed the Maywing, didn't have my hunger pills anymore, and I forgot to make more, so I had to wait. And with that done, I went back to base, got jump scared by a Tarrasque, but at this point I was just used to it. And as I got to my cave, I realized that I had a new visitor.
I heard a curio Oh my god. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I have a curio right in front of my base now. Good thing it's high up. If it wasn't, it would have been bad.
Yeah, I just made a bed before anything else because I wasn't going to wake back up at the beach again. And then I went out to take care of the situation with my own curio.
Oi, mate. Wrong house. Die.
Carpet bombing is cool and all, but it was taking too much time. So I jumped down, and after the wildest Beyblade battle just outside my base, turns out curios drop a bunch of useful stuff. Good to know. And with that sorted out, I got back to base where I could finally make another industrial forge. And I even had enough resources to fill out my base. Not completely, but the most important structures were built. And then I just spent what I had left making some walls. It wasn't what it was before, but at least I had something. Day 71 began with my new part-time job as a berry gatherer. Not only had I ran out of narcotics, but I was constantly needing more narco berries. So might as well do a small berry run every day so I don't run out. Then I went back to base, and with the narcotic operation back on track, it was time to take care of the rest. Because there are 3 things I need more than anything right now: narcotics, element, and healing potions. So I went out to take care of the second one, element, which meant killing stuff. Or at least that was the plan, because you know that by now I have a few enemies on this map, and well, I was bound to find them eventually.
No way. It's a Gajuran. Hi. Hi there, my friend. Die.
I finally found another Gojiran, but this time around, I was much stronger, and my curio was more than ready to show this guy what he was made of. And after one of the fiercest battles ever, I don't even know what happened.
Oh, what just happened? What? The guy just invisinuked me somehow, and I still have the bad timer. This is amazing.
Yep, turns out this guy knows a few things I don't, like how to kill something without doing anything. But I wasn't alone. No, my boy Curio was still fighting, and that guy is a beast.
Oh, no, what's happening? What just happened? Never made that sound. Curio killed it. Yep, it's disintegrating. My Curio just killed it. Yes! Let's go! Revenge! Does that count as my kill? I don't care. It counts. It's my kill. Curio did it. Curio, you're amazing. Let's go! Did he drop anything? Not that much, really.
I don't care. He used dark magic trickery on me. I'll still count that as my kill. And I somehow lost my Maywing after this. I still don't know what happened, to be honest, but the guy died. Now, I did say a few enemies, not just one, and the day hasn't ended yet. Yeah, I found one.
Wait I saw you. Don't hide away from me. Give me 5 seconds and we'll have a talk, you and me. I think he ran away. I don't know where he's at, And these guys always run away, but I'll find you if I... There you are. Come on, let's have a talk. You and me and my rockets in your face. Come on. Yeah, stop flying around. Yes, let's go. My rockets are in cooldown, but my fists can talk too. And you're using your laser. And I didn't take damage. That means you're about to die. Let's go. Beyblade. Yes. I said I would kill every Gigan I saw. And I meant it. Every single one.
Day 72 started like the previous day. Berry farming. It's boring, but it's necessary. And the rest of the day was basically me taking care of basic stuff, like taming more Maywings since I was back down to 1 again. And then, more metal farming. Come to think of it, I did farm a bunch of metal during these 100 days. And trust me, I wasn't done yet. You're still going to see this Anki swing its tail quite a few times. But on day 73, I just didn't feel like farming. I didn't even partake on my morning routine as a berry gatherer. I wanted Kaiju action. Actually, I wanted to tame one. A Kaiju I'd seen a million times up until this point, and now I wanted one. Though I went out to search for it, which wasn't really that hard since I could see the guy from the other side of the map. I'm talking about a Mechagodzilla. The one I found wasn't super high level, so instead I decided to kill it, just to see what they dropped. But let's just say that this was starting to get annoying.
Oi, mate. Wanna fight? Oh, he wants to fight. Let's go. I don't know what you do, but my Kiryu is strong and you will die eventually. The guy actually has some cool attacks. He has a laser, a jump, a buff of sorts. The laser. Yeah, it does a bit of damage, but not that much to be... I got one shot again. Why is this always happening? I get one shot just because I don't...
Yep, I got one shot once again while mounted on my creature. It really did get annoying, but little did I know that it was still going to happen quite a few times. Now, back to the Mechagodzilla. My Kiryu killed it, and I'm still going to count it because in my absence, Kiryu counts as me. And turns out, they don't even drop anything useful. Thing is, now I needed to find one to tame. And that's where the problem was. There were no more Mechagodzillas. I did search around for one, but it wouldn't even be hard to spot them. And once night came, I decided to do one thing I hadn't done yet. A dino wipe. Just so things can respawn and maybe I can find another Mechagodzilla. Meanwhile, I just spent the night pumping out a bunch of darts. And in the morning, it didn't take that long for me to find one. It was a lower level than the one I'd killed though, so I went for a quick lap around the map just to see if I could spot another one. And there wasn't, so the level 72 it is. It still had 1 million HP, so not that bad really. And at first, knocking it out didn't really seem like that much of a problem. I could just use my Owl Beast and it couldn't really reach me. Though, as always, problems started showing up.
Oh, hi. Why is there a Gaia there?
Yeah, there wasn't much I could do, so I just sent out Kiryu to try and take care of the situation. Though, I said problems, not problem.
Oh, that's a Tarrasque. Yeah, I'm not messing with that. 10 million HP. Yeah, I guess I won't tame the guy, apparently. If it was just a Gaia... What? That was a Tarrasque flying, wasn't it? I don't even know what's happening.
Not only was there a Gaia, but also a Tarrasque. The reason for many of the jump scares I got on this island. My first plan was to try and get the Mechagodzilla away from them, which wasn't that easy since the Gaia really didn't like me, but eventually I managed to get his attention. And then he ran the other direction and just swam away. I don't know. The guy wanted to go see the Titanic or something. I just don't know. And I was left with Gaia. And yeah, she did not like me. But she also still had her name on my list, so I took care of that. Though, what I found next really did piss me off.
What did I get? Oh. So what you're telling me is... honey. An active kaiju cells. What? What the game is telling me is, see that greenhouse you spent so long building? You didn't need to build that. And you could have tamed the Mothra. I don't even want to tame the Mechagodzilla anymore. I'm just going to base.
Yeah, I was pissed, and I didn't even want to tame a Mechagodzilla anymore. Waking up on day 75 with my new alarm clock, it was berry farming time. And after killing the beast stallion on top of my base because I don't like alarm clocks, I started crafting a new batch of narcotics, and since I didn't really spend all the darts I had, I went out to look for something to tame, which didn't really take that long.
Oh. That's a Ghidorah.
A Ghidorah had been on my taming list for quite a while now, so it was time to take care of it. And I didn't even plan actually, I just climbed on my owl beast and started shooting, which probably should have ended badly, especially since Ghidorah flies, but turns out this one didn't know that, and just kept running on the ground and attacking other stuff while I shot at it, and in no time, it was asleep. There was a leatherback nearby just killing stuff, which made looking for Ghidorah's inventory a bit scary, but once I found it, it didn't take long for it to tame.
Please tame. Please tame. The leatherback is getting dangerously close. Please tame. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Yes, it was close, alright. Okay. Can you fly? This Ghidorah wasn't flying, but I know you can. Oh my god. Okay, I'm high up.
Turns out it can fly, and it can also do a few other things, though there were only two that I actually liked. The laser attack, because lasers, and the other one I dubbed Epilepsy Maximus.
Oh Jesus, this attack is amazing. Oh, there's a second attack. Okay. That is cool.
Yeah, I like Ghidorah, though it had a major problem with it.
I want to test something out. I hope it doesn't go bad. Please don't go bad. No, I can't dismount on it. I thought I could. I can't dismount on Ghidorah while she's flying. I thought I could. That would be... Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, to be honest, probably my fault on that one. I ended up spending a good part of day 76 just going around and testing it against some kaijus. And although it wasn't a match for my Kiryu, I could still one-shot some smaller enemies. And when I decided to go back to base, two things happened. The first one was me realizing that I'm so used to going around with my Kiryu that I just don't bring parachutes anymore.
Oh, okay. Nice and easy. Oh, stop, no! No. Stop. Okay. I'm dead. I gotta bring parachutes again.
Yeah, Ghidorah is quite big. Though, a second thing happened. Lately, I'd been noticing that around my base, my FPS were not that great. I used to just ignore it, but this time, it was too noticeable.
Fine. Super fine. Lag maximum. Why? I don't know. Fine. Lag. Wait a second. What's going on there? Now I get why my FPS are dying. It's raining meteors back there. No, I saw something. I saw something going on there. I gotta check it out.
I was sure I'd seen something, so me and Kiryu went to investigate this mysterious thing I saw, because I wanted to know what was doing that to my computer and I wanted to kill it. And turns out, to no one's surprise, that the culprit was a kaiju.
Oh, it's you. Okay, this guy's strong. I'm not gonna tame you. I want to kill you, but I'm afraid he's going to, like, kill me with cold. I'm almost certain he will. Hi, how are you? Take that. Okay, I do a bunch of damage to him. Oh, he's doing a freeze attack now. Okay, keep on it. Let me just do this. I don't know if this was the guy doing that attack. I'll find out in a bit. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, Jesus. Oh, he has a... No, it's this guy doing the attack. I don't know what this is. I'm losing a lot of health. Oh, it's him. It's him.
It was him, alright. And as much as he came after me looking for a fight, and as much as I wanted my FPS back, killing him right now was out of the question. I had to prepare first. More specifically, I needed something to help me deal with the cold. So I went office hunting for belt, and as the day was ending, I crafted the fur armor. It was day 77 when I went out once again to farm some berries, just so I could make a few healing potions and heal my Kiryu if I needed. And after killing the leatherback that had been making noise on top of my base for too much time already, I went to face the Shinmo. And we're talking about a guy that summons stuff out of the sky and has a massive laser and does stuff like that, and yeah, you know what's about to happen.
Oh, okay, I'm not dead. I didn't get one shot, but he did hit me with a nice thing. And I'm knocked out. And they're still going at it, still fighting, but I'll die in a bit, I bet. Yep, there you go.
So much preparation for nothing apparently, but I wasn't going to quit. My Kiryu was still fighting and I had to get there as fast as possible, right after the meteor shower stopped.
You see, the problem now is I can't even get close to that because, You see what the problem is? They're fighting right there. I can't do anything about it. All I can do is watch and pray that nothing falls. Oh, Jesus, nothing falls on me. Oh, it stopped. The ice rain stopped. They should be around here somewhere. My Kiryu's frozen. Is it dead? I don't know. The Shinmo is almost dead. I don't know if my... Oh, damage numbers. He's not dead. My Kiryu is completely stuck. I don't know what the guy's doing. No! Run! Okay, I gotta bring backup for this. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. No, 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 no. Go, go. Yes. Whew. Ha. Okay. I'm alive. I need backup.
Yeah, I most definitely needed backup, and I chose the best of them. My Famuto and that Shinmo didn't stand a chance against my two kaijus.
Let's go. Shinmo, you do not stand a chance. No. Did he do it again? Did my Kiryu just do it again? Did he just kill something without me even seeing? It did. He just killed the guy and I wasn't even here.
Yeah, I'm still gonna count it, but this Kiryu though, my man is a beast. It's the third kaiju he kills without me even seeing the kaiju die. He was basically doing my work for me, and I wasn't even complaining. If they wanna one-shot me, they gotta deal with the off-screen Kiryu, and he's undefeated. So, after I got my FPS back, it was time to get my daily tasks in order. So I went berry farming, and after getting back to base, I ended up figuring out what my next target was going to be when I went to check the engram page and found this.
Zerno Alpha Spawner, or Cherno. Probably Cherno. Chernobyl. But I'll call it Zerno. Cool name. Might be interested.
I wanted to make one, and that is a lot of metal. So yeah, that's what I did on day 78. I farmed metal all day, farming metal, a whole bunch of metal. With the metal situation sorted out, I just needed to wait for it to smelt, but I also needed a bunch of element. So after my morning part-time job, I went around the map hunting for element kaijus. You know the ones, the colossals and kaitans and whatnot. Though it was already day 80 when I realized that killing kaitans is really not that worth it. They take a bunch of time to kill, and behemoths are way easier to fight with and drop basically the same amount of element. Just random knowledge for you. And with 1,000 more element than I had the day before, I went to check on the metal.
This Parasaur has been here for the longest time. You're my friend now. Don't leave. I still don't have enough metal. Jesus Christ, this takes a long time. My God.
Yeah, I guess I may not have fully realized how much metal I really needed. So let's just put the Zerno Alpha plan on pause for now. And in the meantime, I realized something. I was basically using Kiryu for everything, and I was fully dependent on him. It was about time I found another creature that could help a bit. And although I didn't know what creature I wanted when I started searching, when I saw it, I was sure.
Oh wait, I wanted one of these guys. Super Godzilla. It's only level 96, but 7.2 million HP.
That guy would be a great upgrade. And although I still went around in search for a better level one, eventually it dawned on me. That guy had 3 million torpor. And even if I found a higher level one, that would mean more torpor. So instead of searching, it was time for my mandatory daily berry farm. And once I was done, I went back to base to start preparing. And I also decided it was time I brought out the best dart here. The black darts.
10. That's all I can make. 5,000 narcotics, and I can make 10.
Yeah, I couldn't make that many. They cost 500 narcotics each. And when I ran out of narcotics, I decided to just go for it and hope it was enough. But it was also then that I remembered to check what those emerald shards the Godzilla wanted were. And well...
Oh, I don't even have the resources for that. Oh, Jesus. I have metal, but I don't have crystal. Wait a second.
Turns out I still have a bunch to do. So day 81 was farming day. From dawn to dusk, farming metal, crystal, and a whole bunch of berries. And when I got to base, it was back to crafting black darts. Morning of day 82 came, and with no more narcotics left, it was time to try my luck knocking out the Super Godzilla and hope that the darts I had were enough. Though first, I still had to find a way to shoot at the guy.
Oh, Jesus. Wait a second. Okay, this is going to be a bit complicated, but I have an idea. Can I use this? Can I climb this? This is super tall. Can he climb this? I don't think he can. I can just jump, shoot, and hide. Might as well use these darts. I don't want to waste them. They cost a bunch, but this might be the best spot to do it.
After all the kaijus I knocked out up until this point, I think this was the first one where I actually found an easy way of knocking it out. This spot I found was amazing, it couldn't reach me, and the best part, this one didn't run away. It just sat there while I shot at it, and before long it was asleep. So it was time to go back to base and make those emerald shards. I hadn't made them yet because once again I didn't know if they spoiled. Though usually when I have a bit of luck, problems are soon to follow.
Oh no, I need raw metal. I did not realize it was raw. Yeah, I need a bunch of raw metal. How didn't I notice?
Yep, I didn't have enough raw metal. I completely forgot I needed raw metal and not metal ingots, so let's go crack some metal nodes. And on day 83, I finally had all the resources I needed to make those emerald shards. Though, my problems didn't stop there.
I think this might be the case where I can't pick everything up. But, nope, it is. I just thought about it. I need like 1,000 crystal and 1,000 stone and... I hate this.
Yeah, this makes no sense. I gotta make something and I can't pick up the things to make what I wanna make. It's dumb. So, with a bit of a creative thinking, I found a solution. And I was able to make the Super Godzilla food. And speaking about Super Godzilla, my guy has been asleep for too long and it was time I finished taming it.
Eat. All of them. I had to make 3 because it stopped at 99%. But it doesn't matter. I have a new big kaiju. I have a new Godzilla-looking guy. Oh, look at that. Ooh, I do a lot of damage. These are just basic attacks. Wow. I need to find something to fight with. Let's go. It's a curio. Okay, time to figure out what this guy does. Punches do a lot of damage. Stomp. Okay. It doesn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Or am I doing something wrong? Yeah, he has some attacks, but I thought this guy was stronger. Like, he's a tank, but it doesn't do a lot of damage.
I gotta say, I was starting to think my curio was the problem. Every kaiju I tamed was no match for it in terms of damage. Maybe he was just too strong. But don't get me wrong, this Super Godzilla was able to dish out decent damage. But it just wasn't curio decent. But at least he was an absolute unit with almost 8 million HP. So even if I didn't do super damage, I would still win every fight, eventually, because I would simply not die. Oh, and he also had some cool attacks like Minecraft Bomb and Super Rasengan.
Rasengan! Bam! Wow!
And it was also pretty fast, which was cool. And with this new addition to my army, it was time to head back to base. It wasn't even morning of day 84 when I went out once again to do what I wasn't really fond of doing, but I had to do it anyways. Berry farming. When the darts you're making cost 500 narcotics each, you really do need to farm. And with the berries all gathered up, I also had to go on a meat farming session with Kirio, just so I could make spoiled meat. And with my chemistry bench back on track, pumping out tons of narcotics, it was about time I brought back the Zerno Alpha plan. Remember that one? The whole reason I farmed all this metal. And turns out, I still had to farm more.
Zerno Alpha. I can finally make this guy. Wait, I need crystal. Do I have crystal? Crystal. I don't have crystal. Wow.
Yep, I was missing crystal, which I just didn't feel like farming. I was tired of farming. And even though I still had a few hours of farming ahead of me, this day I wanted action. I wanted to fight kaijus, but let's call it element farming so it sounds useful. Thing is, there was no action that day. I just didn't find any of the element kaijus around, and I went around the entire map. I don't know, they just didn't spawn, I guess. The only redeeming part of that day was when I was going back to base, I stumbled upon a new kaiju.
Oh, it's this guy. Oh my god. And there's another one right there. I've never seen this kaiju before. Who is you, my friend? Oh, Tech Gojiran.
It might be Tech, but he was still a Gojiran, and that means I gotta kill it. And also because its name was on my list. I tried using my new Super Godzilla at first, but since I didn't really want to get close to the guy, I ended up switching to my Kirio. And the fight did take the rest of the day and most of the night of the 85 because I was super careful fighting this guy. One misstep, I might lose my Kirio, and that means I wouldn't have my Kirio, and that's bad. But eventually, I did manage to bring him down, scratching another name off the list and getting quite a bit of element for it. Not long after, morning came around and I was too curious about how strong this Zerno Alpha guy was, so I decided to bite the bullet and just farm the crystal I needed, though this farming session ended up being a bit less boring.
I'm hearing someone. I gotta. Okay, Super Godzillas. These guys are scary. They know how to climb. Okay.
After a bit more crystal farming, it was time to finally get the Zerno guy built. But turns out that once again, I couldn't pick everything up.
I'm 100% sure this is going to be the case, but maybe it isn't. I can't pick up everything. Woo!
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like it. So after a bit of a hoo-ha, I did manage to craft it. And it was time to see if all this farming was even worth it.
Where is he? Oh, okay. Oh, the guy just falls from the sky. And there's the music. Wow. Oh, the guy is emoting already. Chill. Oh, neural handshake. Oh, this is actually a mech. It's not a creature. It's not like Kirio machine. It's like a mech. Oh, I like this. Yeah, I like this guy. The movement itself is cool. Now, I don't know what you do. Oh. Rocket punches. I like rocket punches. Now the question is, are you strong? Kinda strong. I like the rocket punches. That's... Okay, rocket explosive punches that do more damage. I like this guy. What else can you do? That's an emote. The guy is emotes. That's cool. And a bit of Oh, okay. There's damage. Ooh.
Yep, it was worth it. The guy had rocket punches, and that is amazing. And on the 86, the more attacks I tried with it, the more I liked it. Despite not having the range Kirio had, this big hunk of metal was probably the strongest creature I had right now. And then, I realized it had range.
Oh, was that rocket? The burn itself is amazing. If I can burn something, it just melts. Wow. Thing is, I know how to throw punches and burn. I don't know how I shot rockets. I'm trying all of the stuff, but I don't know. Was it this? Oh wait, it was. Yes! The guy has rockets. I have range.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this guy completely dethroned Kirio as my best creature, but he was strong. And after spending half a day having fun with this guy, it was time to get back to my shores. More specifically, berries.
No, don't. My canteen. And it stole my canteen. Again, I can't have one.
Though, while I was at it, I heard something I hadn't heard in quite some time.
Wait a second. I know this music. I never found out what this music was. I gotta know what the music is. Like, I heard this a lot at the beginning, but I never heard it since. Shin Godzilla. Wait. It kind of makes sense. I haven't seen one in a while. So this guy has the music. Oh, okay. Now I know. It's the Shin Godzilla, and it's a 120. Oh, I'm tempted. And I still don't know if that's your peepee, but I'm curious.
Yeah, I hadn't seen one of these guys in quite some time now, since like the beginning. And no, I didn't need to tame it, but this is probably my favorite Godzilla, and I wanted to make sure he had the movie attack. If you know, you know. So, went back to base and made a bunch of narcotics. And on the 87, I went out to tame it, and well, I got lucky again. I just sent out my Super Godzilla, and the guy got so afraid that he didn't even move, and I just knocked it out. Though I still had to use my parachute technique to feed him, but not long after, he was tamed.
I have a Shin Godzilla. The Shinest of Godzillas. I have a Shin Godzilla. Look at that. Just a question. Are those my feet? Am I upside down on his head? What? Oh. Okay, thank God I have parachutes. Okay, this guy is dangerous. Oh, Jesus. The gains. Okay, that's an animation. The guy just grows arms. Like, oh, such tiny arms you have. No, I don't. It's the movie thing. I'm talking like I've watched the movie before, but I like this scene. Oh, it's the movie. Laser. It's fire and then laser. Oh, and the sound is the same. I'm not hitting anything, but I like this guy. The only thing I don't like is the fact that I have to look at that thing. I don't like that. Blech.
Yep, he did the movie thing, and I loved it. I did still try a few of his other attacks, and of course, he had more lasers. And he even had animations.
What? I'm missing half my kaiju, and the music is playing. Oh, it's an animation. If I send him out, there's an animation. Every time? That is a bit annoying. Oh, his arms. Oh, that's a raptor. No. Can I ride you right now? Or do I have to wait? I don't have to wait. Nice.
Yeah, turns out every time I sent him out, I'd have to listen to the music. But that aside, it was time to test him out against some kaijus.
Famuto, taste my laser. Now it is a laser. No, it's only... Now it's a... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Wow. Okay, this does a lot of damage. Yeah, you just chose the worst time to run into me. That was a bad move by you.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla, really cool. His laser was an absolute menace, and it was another kaiju that I actually liked. And after a bit more fighting, it was time to head back to base. The 88 was basically farming day. I'd skipped a few of my daily berry runs, so I had to make up for them if I wanted to be able to tame anything else. And on the 89, while the narcotics were being made, I started thinking about what other things I still had to do. And that's when I remembered about the Godzilla upgrades.
Look at that. That's a really big amount of random stuff that I have to do twice, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I gotta farm.
Yeah, it was going to take quite a bit of time until I had every resource I needed, especially one of them, electronic. I needed 7,000 of it. And while the other stuff I could simply farm directly, electronic was a bit more complicated. My first thought was to farm a bunch of silica pearls and craft it, though I didn't really get that much farming by hand, and even if I had an anglerfish, it just wasn't that efficient. But then I remembered something I'd learned a while back, and after using my Zerno Alpha to defeat a Kirio just to make sure, I'd found out how I was going to get all of that electronic. So, Kirio hunting it was. I found another one just beside the first I'd killed, and with my Zerno's burn, it really didn't take that long to bring them down. I did still use the silica pearls I farmed to make some of the electronic, but the main bulk was going to come from Kirios. And on day 90, I was out again searching for more. And the funny thing about hunting Kirios is that, yes, I could deal with them quite easily, but a single misstep and those rockets had my name on them.
Oh, Kirio and his aggroing. Oh, I dodged the rockets. This is amazing. I'm slow. No, this is not amazing. I'm slow now. This is really awful. Please pick up speed. I need to pick up speed. Don't shoot more rockets. Jump. There's more kaijus. This is a problem. Oh, I'm still alive. I thought I was dead. Okay, I'm going to die anyways. The guy's just, still aggroing. He's going to punch me or something. Eventually, he will hit me. Oh, my armor prevented my death. Turns out the armor isn't useless, but I died anyways. Yeah, Kirios are dangerous, turns out.
Yep, mess with the Kirios, you end up getting blasted off the sky. So, time to get my stuff back. I named one of my backup Maywings Dingwing, just to see if that would bring more luck, and decided to use my Ghidorah to try and deal with the guy. But turns out, even with all the lightning I could call from the sky, my three-headed dragon was no match for it. And my only solution was to drag him away from my stuff so I could safely get it back. And before I went to kill the Kirio, I decided to also deal with the other kaijus around, since I was also needing element. And would you look at that? A colossal titan. Wouldn't it be a shame if that guy just...
Oh, I just got one shot again. Why is this always happening?
See? This is why I don't bring all my creatures anymore. Everything can just one-shot me apparently. So on day 91, I went back with my Famuto and...
Oh, I just got one shot again. By what? I keep getting one shot. It doesn't... can't respawn. No.
Yeah, I hate getting one shot. And getting my things back was going to be a bit more complicated now. Or at least that's what I thought.
Oh, wait. Are you my Famuto, perchance? Oh, he is. My Famuto! The guy knew I died and I was going to respawn, so he came back for me. My Famuto is amazing. Now, I gotta have a talk with that, oh, he's dead. The Colossal Titan is dead. Okay, just gotta kill that one then. And run! A bunch of damage. Let's go! Oh, okay, I either get one shot or I get sent to space. One or the other.
Once I'd finally dealt with the kaijus, I got my things back, dealt with the Kiryu, so at least I got a bit more electronic, and I decided I had enough action for a while and I wanted to do something other than just going around fighting. And the game must have known that because it just threw my next objective right in front of me.
That's a dog. Wait a second. Yeah, I could tame that guy. I think that guy might be strong. 12 million HP, and it doesn't have a lot of torpor, to be honest. Yeah, and the guy is swimming, which might make this easier. I might just go for it, to be honest.
I'd already tamed the 3 million torpor kaiju, so Doug didn't seem so intimidating now. And since I had quite a few black darts with me, I decided to just go for it. And the guy most likely couldn't attack while swimming, so it was actually quite easy. I just ran around him, shooting darts when I could, and in no time the potato kaiju was knocked out, and a few hunger pills later, he was tamed up. Now, I did have a few strong kaijus, yes, and at this point, I thought there was nothing much stronger than what I had. So, well, I'll just let you watch it.
Oh, what do you do? As a bite attack? Oh my god. Oh, just like that. Okay. Okay. What? Can I spam? I can spam this. This guy's... Oh, I get it now. He's actually super strong. That's why he's so slow. Oh. Tater Man. The potato. I want to fight something with it. Is that his best attack? What is this? What are you doing, right? Nah, it's even getting... It doesn't stop. What? I want something I can kill with this. Hello, my friend. How are you? You have 35k health. It would be a shame if I just got to you and beat you. My guy, this is too strong.
Turns out this tuber-shaped lizard thingy called just Doug was absurdly strong. Like, it wasn't even a gimmick or anything. It just had raw damage and a lot of health. Every attack it did was stronger than all my other creatures' attacks. And with it, I was finally able to deal with one of those annoying Tarrasques. And only after all of that did I remember to put some levels into it.
Let me just see how much damage I do now. He did 175. Oh my god. That's 500k per blast. The big booms. Wow. Okay, Doug. No, you're strong, my guy. Sorry I said you weren't. Ooh, wow.
Now that I had this walking potato of mass destruction with me, I started thinking of what other kaijus I still had to deal with. It was about time I finished my list, though I also remembered the whole lot of farming that still had to be done. And better start with that. So I spent the early hours of day 92 farming flint so I could make spark powder, and the rest of it was harvesting metal to smelt. And once in a while I'd spot a kaiju that dropped something I needed, and I would send out Doug to take care of it. On day 93 I decided to continue my curio hunting. I only had enough electronic for one of the nukes and I still had plenty to farm. But you already know that hunting curios tends to be quite complicated.
Okay, that's... No, stop aggroing, and that's a Godzilla. I gotta put some distance between him and me because those guys are fast. Okay, he stopped. He didn't stop. He's out of range, but he's still running. I bet... Oh! No! Okay. Okay, he missed. He missed. Okay, I gotta go fast. Okay, I think they're way back there. Okay, just gotta send out Doug. That was scary. Like, those guys are super fast and those rockets really do some damage. Yeah, okay, just need Doug now. Let's go. Doug, I gotta... No. What? What just happened?
Yeah, they're fast. But after sending Doug out, with 2 big booms, they had been taken care of. And even though I already had enough electronic, I did still fight another curio along the day. And just before it ended, I also found a Kaitan. And I remembered how complicated it was to kill these guys before. And I decided to try something out.
Hi there, Kaitan. Let me just bite your leg and see what happens. Yep, that's what I expected. Kaitan couldn't really do much there. What even is a Doug? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Doug seems almost unfair, to be honest. On the 94, I was about to continue farming when I remembered to check something I should have checked a while ago. You know, I still have a boss to fight with, and that boss has to be summoned.
Oh my god. I need kaiju cells again. I need evolved kaiju cells, 25 of them. Oh, I hate kaiju cells.
Yep. We're back to the kaiju cells problem, and after spending a bunch of time just making them, I realized that I just couldn't make enough. The problem? The active ones were crafted with element shards, and I didn't have that many of those. But then I remembered something. I could take crafting them out of the equation if I just farmed them. And Gaia's drop active kaiju cells. And with Doug on my side, they really weren't a problem. Though they didn't get one shot like the rest of the kaijus, which was a surprise. And while I was going around the map killing every Gaia I found, I was also searching for something. It doesn't make a lot of sense to be flying over the ocean when you're searching for trees, does it?
Oh, I found one. I found the eel. Yes! I haven't seen one of these during these 100 days. Now, there's a bit of a problem here. The fish is way down there. How do I fight with it? Like, Doug can't explode on while swimming. What do I do now?
I finally found the Okeanos Kaiju, one of the two kaijus I still had to deal with, though this fish was really far from the surface, and I needed to find a way to bring him up, and that was going to take some time. So, before I tried anything, I went back to base to store the kaiju cells I farmed so they wouldn't spoil. And on day 95, it was time to deal with it. And my idea at the time was, I just gotta bring it up and then I one-shot it. Not that complicated. Well, it didn't really go like that.
I don't really know how this will go, but I'll just try and, like, shoot rockets at it. I missed everything. Do the rockets even reach the fish? I think I hit it. It did something. It reacted. So I must have hit something. Oh, it's attacking. I hit it all right. Come up. Let's go. Swim up. Yes, sir. Oh my god, what is that? Ah, nope. Just come up. Okay, I managed to make it move up, but not enough. I needed to move a bit more. Okay, change of plans. I'll try something different. More rockets, but this time with Zerno Alpha. Let's go. Yeah, I hit it with the rockets, but it doesn't do anything. I don't know. And I can't hit it with arrows too. It's too far deep. How do I do this then? Yeah, I think I just have to send it with Doug or something. Just swim there and attack it. I hit it! Okay, that is good. Yeah, I'm just going with Doug. It doesn't have a lot of health, and I'll just kill it. Can I do... Oh, I do reduce damage. I could still kill it eventually, but if this fish came up, it would be better. Come up. Oh, okay. It's following me. Let's go. And I present to you Doug's ultimate ability. Boom, boom. Let's go. Oh, I really do like reduce damage. And still, it's going to die eventually, so no problem. That's okay. Oh, it just one-shotted me. How? What?
Yep, I got one shot again. I hate it. Though Doug was still out there and he was going to take care of it.
It should be around here somewhere. Oh, there you... Wait a second. Where is Doug? He didn't tell me he died, so he must be here somewhere. Yep, there he is. Let's go, Doug. Let's kill this fish. Oh my god, my FPS. Oh, it's the other attack. It's the attack that killed me. Nope. Run. Just run. Okay. I'm out of it. Nice. Doug, just kill it. The guys already have health. And I think Doug is bleeding. Is that blood? Oh my god, Doug. Nope. Oh my... That was dumb. I can't do anything. My FPS are like 2. I don't know what's happening. Just run. Follow me, Doug. Come on. Follow me. Come on. Just follow me. Come on. I'm basically dead right now. Yep. I thought that might happen. I was like at 1 health.
So I got one shot. Still hate it. But do you know what I hate more than getting one shot? Yeah, this.
Oh, who do I bring? Who's this? Shin Godzilla. Doug was killed because... reasons.
I just lost my strongest kaiju to a fish. How? I don't know, but I still had to finish the fight somehow, so I went back to my old strategies. And after managing to save my Super Godzilla, that only survived because he is a tank, I spent the rest of the day, the rest of the night, and literally the entirety of day 96 switching back and forth between Kiryu and Zerno Alpha, shooting rockets at it, and running before anything bad happened. And although it did take quite a while, I was managing to do some damage, until eventually, it was time for the final blow.
Okay, just send it. Send it. Full send it. 15k HP, just die. I can't do anything. My FPS don't exist anymore. Multi-punches. I'm not hitting it, my god. How is the fish not dead yet? My god, just die. Please just get killed. Let me punch your face until you die. Come on. That didn't hit. My explosions didn't hit. Yeah, I know. Don't risk it. Just, I don't know what that was. I can't risk it. I don't want to lose Zerno Alpha. Yep, I gotta switch to my Kiryu. Kiryu is going to deal with it. Let's go. Okay. Okay, I just gotta run at it and it's done. Let's go. And I killed the fish. For Doug. Let's go! My fucking game just crashed. What the fuck? If my Kiryu is dead and if the fish is alive, I'll be pissed. Wait a second. Did I kill the fish? Did my Kiryu do it? It did! It did! The off-screen Kiryu strikes again! Let's go! Woo! For Doug! That one was for Doug. Let's go. I killed the fish. The off-screen Kiryu does it again. He's officially so strong that even Goku wants a fight with him. Let's go!
How was killing a fish so hard? I don't know. But I finally brought it down. Though, I also lost my Doug, my boss killer. And how am I supposed to kill a boss without the thing I was going to kill the boss with? Yeah, I had a bit of a problem. I couldn't waste time making narcotics to tame another because I still had a bunch to farm. And after some thought, I remembered something I had been working on for quite a while. My only hope. How strong can I make my Godzilla? So, I spent day 97 farming every last resource I needed for both nukes. And on day 98, it was time to see if I still had a chance to face the final boss.
Okay, this is basically my last hope. Is that this guy actually becomes strong. Because he isn't right now. I don't even know how this is done, but I'll just drop it in. And that works. Apparently something's happening. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh my god. He's gay now.
Well, turns out he isn't. Turns out in the last movie the guy was pink. I didn't know. But jokes aside, Gayzilla actually pretty strong. Didn't look like it at first, but after pressing enough buttons, I found this.
Okay, this is new. There's two colossals. Oh, he sticks the Jesus Christ pose. Let's go. Laser beam? Yeah, oh my. I can't control this. It does a bunch of damage, but I can't control the laser. It's not a... Oh my god. I just Thanos snapped that guy off existence. Wait a second. This guy might actually... And it doesn't have a cooldown. What? Jesus Christ pose. Let's go. Laser. Oh. This is... strong. And it's... What? Big nuke. Wow. Wait a minute. This guy might actually be strong. Wait, I get it. I get it now. I get it now. I saw a destroyer. Where is that destroyer? The power of Christ compels you. Gay beam. Yes. That's a lot of damage. And gay nuclear explosion. Yeah!
Yep, I just used a gay Christian Godzilla to nuke a Power Rangers villain. Man, I love ARK.
Compels you! Yeah!
With Destroyer dead, I had dealt with all the kaijus on my list, and it was time for the boss. Or more specifically, farming for the boss. So, I spent the rest of the day going around the map and spreading the good word of our Lord and Savior Gayzilla. And after spending the night crafting kaiju cells, the early hours of day 99 healing all my kaijus, and farming some berries to make healing potions, I had everything prepared for the final fight. So, for the rest of the day, I just chilled. I didn't need to farm or search for anything, so I went around the map and continued spreading the word of our Lord because nuking stuff is kinda cool. Did still get one shot though, but I was used to it at this point, and only after I got back there with my Archie and my Shin Godzilla to get my stuff back did I realize something.
Wait a second. It's morning, so that means it's day 100. I'm behind schedule. No, you stay here. No. I'm dead.
Yep, I was late to my scheduled boss fight. And turns out, just dying is a great way to TP back to base. And after crafting the boss spawner, it was time to say farewell.
Goodbye, base. Unfinished, destroyed, and then unfinished again, base. Yeah. Goodbye, Thyla. You've been staring at that wall for a long time. I kind of like you. I'm so sorry. And bye, strange pteranodon that's been in my house for the past, I don't know, 30 days or something. Flew in here and kept me company. I like you, and that is all. I will be back a hero, or this is the last time we see ourselves. I like this base. Goodbye.
With the goodbye said, there was nothing else for me to do than to fight with the final boss of this island.
Okay, my army is looking pretty nice. Look at that. I like that, and there's the fight, and that's a duck. The spirit of Doug. Doug has come to bless this fight. We will win. Okay, let's go. Summon the boss. Kaitan Prime. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, the guy's falling on me. Run. Okay. What? He just disappeared. There is Kaitan Wait a second. It is him. Satan. The power of Christ compels you. K-beam. Bam. I'm not actually doing damage. What is happening? I'm trying to attack Satan. Please let me damage Satan. Okay, let's go. Yes! Damage. That's not a lot of damage. Okay, I just need my army to start fight. Deadly projectile incoming. I don't know what that means. Okay, Kaitan is readying a powerful attack. And I just started attacking. This is... Oh, the guy stunned me. Kaitan is preparing a combo attack. This guy has a lot of attacks. Let me run. Okay, he's sponging me a lot. I gotta move. A lot of the Kaijus are joining in. Oh! Wait, Kiryu and Raijin, let's go! They're all messing him up, let's go! Yeah, my Super Godzilla and my Zerno Alpha are still watching. He's preparing a combo attack. I don't know what that means. I'm going in too because I'm not leaving my people alone. I don't even know if I'm hitting the guy, to be honest. But I want to run because the guy was readying something. I can actually go out of render distance and it doesn't do anything. My guys are just... Oh. Okay, that was a powerful attack. Good thing I ran away. I can actually attack at a distance, so I can help out. Wait a second. My FPS are going down. Wow. Kiryu is putting a bunch of work in there. Is messing him up. But I don't even know what's happening. Okay, Shin Godzilla is dead. Oh, the first sacrifice was Shin Godzilla, and I like that guy. I gotta go in and help, but I'm really afraid. I don't know what the guy's doing. He has something around him, and I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, he was readying another... Yep, there it is. Another super powerful attack. Okay, I kind of have a problem now. He basically punched them all away, and they stopped attacking. Kiryu, go in. I gotta go in, but I'm afraid. I'll just try and do it from back here. Oh my god. I don't know what that was, but that just pushed me back and did a bunch of damage. I don't even know where the guy is. Do you know where he is, Famuto? Oh, he knows. Famuto, go in. The power of Christ. Keep an eye on the tail. I'll keep an eye on my Godzilla, thank you. Compels. Yeah, stop stunning me. Just stop stunning me. I really want to fight the guy, but I'm afraid. And he has a lot of stuns and a lot of damage. Oh, deadly projectile. Oh my god, run, run. I'm just gonna send it because I know that attack pattern. It gives me a bit of time. Maybe not much, but a bit. I don't know what's happening. It's a lot of damage and a lot of noise. Let me go away. I don't know how my game hasn't crashed yet. He's glowing. I don't want to know what happens if he does a glowy attack. Okay, I got another one into the battle. Super Godzilla. This guy is still doing damage. Oh my god. Again. Okay, I gotta bring all of these to the fight because I probably cannot do it alone. So, Super Godzilla, you're the tank. Kiryu, you do damage, my guy. Kaitan is right there. Right here. And I think he's not attacking me, which is good. He is not. Okay, he's right there. He has 2 million health. If I do this, he's not attacking me while I charge, which is good. Okay, that was not a lot of damage. Not as much damage as I thought it would be. So he just moved all the way back here. And I don't know why. Oh, Kiryu is attacking. Nice. Projectile incoming. I'll just send one of these. It is what it is. Gotta risk it. Wipeout is on the way. Wipeout? Oh, Jesus. Get away. Okay, I'll get away. Don't worry. I'll just get away as fast as I can. Run. Okay, the guy's readying a wipeout and it says get away. And now I wait. I'll wait until it says like projectile incoming. And I know it's morning again, so it's day 101. I do not care. This fight is taking a long time. Last chance to run. Oh, no, I ran away. I'm all the way back here. Oh. He just killed Kirio and Ghidorah is flying. Wow. So that was a lot of damage, I suppose. Projectile incoming. That means I can go in. Super Godzilla is super tanky. Look at that. It's a projectile thing. So I just use this. Please don't stun me. Oh, he stunned me. I don't know what he's doing. And it's another powerful attack. I don't think I can run. I'll just tank it. Okay. That wasn't damage. I don't think it... Oh, Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, that was half my HP. Just like that. Oh, I'm still taking damage, apparently. All I can do is maybe come here and punch him. I can punch you. I do 5k damage per punch. I'll just go behind him, because it's a projectile, and use the attack now. I don't know what attack is doing. I'll just be ready to... Oh, my FPS are really going down now. But at least I'll be able to use the powerful one, which is good. This one. Yes. Preparing a combo attack. What is that? I don't know. Run. Please run. Please just run. I'm flying. Goodbye. I'm going away. Hope you don't mind it. Super Godzilla. Still tanking. 6 million health. Heal up. I have 17 healing potions. I will not spare a single one. Oh. He has 700k. A wipeout. Get away. No. Hide behind the rock. I'm hidden. You can't see me. I hope. I don't know where he's at. He's like there. Or something. He won't hit me all the way back here. But probably I'm exaggerating and running this far off. I'm just standing back. Oh. Oh, he just killed my tank. Super Godzilla. Yeah, that's bad. It's really bad. Okay, readying a powerful attack. I run. And try and bring him to Ghidorah. So I have... Oh, Ghidorah. I was going to say so I have a tank. Yeah, I don't have a tank. Kick him. No, punches are better. Oh, Jesus. Oh, he has wings now. Just punch him now. I do 1k damage. That's all I do now. Why is this so hard? The guy has 500k health and I need to punch him 500 times basically. Like, I gotta do so much damage and I can't even use my super attack because it takes so long to do. If I can get behind him, I'll just send it and hope for the best. Just send it and hope for the best. It does a bit of damage. Yes, it does. But the damage comes now. He's doing a wipeout. Okay, I did a bit of damage. He's punching me away. Thank you, actually, because I need to run away from you. I'm going to bring this fight all the way to day 102. Jesus, this fight is taking so long. It's taking so long. It's still not... Why did I activate this guy? He still hasn't used the power for the wipeout. And like, the more damage I do, the less damage he takes. So, yeah, and the radiation thingy is last chance to run. I'm really far away, my guy. Okay, the radiation stopped. At least I can see stuff now. And I'm waiting until I get a message saying, oh, you can go in again. And I'm like, nice. Deadly projectile. Let's go. Okay, I brought him under 500k. Another deadly projectile. What I actually need is for him to do multiple projectiles while I'm close to him. I can't even attack him. Another projectile incoming. Oh, I'll just tank it. I think I'll just tank it. He's doing that, and I'm doing this. Oh, I do 900 damage now. I do more damage. So it is going to do a bunch of damage. 10k. Please kill him. No! The guy's still alive. No! Another projectile. I'll just send it. I'll just send this one. And he's dead. Please kill him with the Godzilla roar. Oh, Jesus. I'm dead. Oh, he's raiding a powerful one. I gotta run away. How didn't I die there? My Godzilla was dead. I looked up and my Godzilla's HP was dead. That's how much HP it had. I don't know how I didn't die there. I do not care. That's how much I care. See? Deadly projectile incoming. Please, Lord, let me kill this mother. Full send it. Godzilla roar. Jesus Christ pose. Preparing a combo attack. Combo on these nuts, bitch. No, he actually comboed me to space. How am I taking so much damage? Oh, he's raiding a powerful attack. He has no HP right now. Why can't I finish him?
No! Let me kill him. Please. Projectile incoming. Let me go in. I need to go in on this. Punch the guy. Please, Lord, let me kill him. He doesn't have a lot of health. Another projectile. I don't know. Just do this. Please kill him. Please just kill him. Bomb him. Yes! Yes! Oh, that guy actually helped. I'm not going to kill you. You helped me. Wow, that was hard. Godzilla did it. Ghidorah survived. Zerno Alpha watched everything, and everyone sacrificed themselves. And it's day 102. I actually beat that guy. That was a close one. Woo! Let's go!
Yeah, that boss fight was crazy, to be honest. A lot of sacrifice and a lot of sweat. But I did it. 100 days and I dealt with every single kaiju. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.